right, well, I am recording, so for a point of inspiration, would anyone like to go over what happened last time?
Right, I've waited the obligatory 10 seconds and I guess I'll do it.
I should just ask Dan, are you okay to do the recap for a point of inspiration?
It's fine. It's fine. It was just for politeness sake. So they get prestidigitated clean from their fight with the oversized earwigs and uh, cold centipedes. They find the empty tombs of Rose and Thorn, and Metamane says, "Let's not disturb them." And then a voice tells him to take them home and put them to rest. And there is a short debate whether this is really the place for putting them in, but let's not argue with the god. So Redwyn and Metamane go up to get the bodies, and Reese, who's suffering in the tight spaces, Bran thinks he was being nice by going to the slightly larger room down the end of the corridor with a nice table and some chairs to sit in. Just so happens that he's incredibly perceptive and sees some quite large tentacle-beaked creature trying to hide with its camo flickering in the corner. There is a tense 30 seconds or so, and then combat. And Reese ends up basically taking the brunt of the damage. There is some cool quips and some whipping and some other stuff, and it dies eventually.
Quippy whip.
Whip, 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 whip. Then Metamane and Red get back with the kids and put them to rest, and everything feels a little nicer, a little warmer, a little more comfortable for having pleased the god. And then they go and find the others with Reese all beaten up. Metamane heals him. Not before Redwyn says about how much he appreciates Metamane's company on this journey. Reese says, "I fucking hate this place," quite a few times.
I do fucking hate this place.
They get to an intersection with four ghouls, which should be a deadly encounter, but Bran, using some pro whip skills, manages to incapacitate some of them long enough for the other ones to be beaten up, and we manage to pick them off rather than being picked off ourselves with nary a scratch.
You might even say he's a whip adept of some regard.
Whip journeyman. They find a box of spider webs and a wooden flute clogged with dirt on the cult ghouls. There is some chanting. There is some use of Bexley to scout things out. There is some moving between straw pallets and a well and things. And there was like a trapped corridor that we avoided.
There is a trap leading down the stairs to the next lower level that was spotted by Bexley. You guys haven't dealt with the trap yet. Just a reminder.
Yes. Yeah. They find the fancy bedroom and the little sitting room kind of thing before that, with the torture chamber thing going on with the chains and things. They find various loots as they loot their way across where Bexley has found things, some stones, some human skin pouches filled with coins, some other stuff, a black leather eye pouch, and an ivory brush, and a silver short sword that Dev has, and other assorted gubbins. They find Gustav and Elizabeth in the master bedroom, or rather they find them as they go into the master bedroom, where there is a chest and they dig through the walls and there is a scuffle in and around the bed. Lots of firebolts and things later. They find some healing potions, Cloak of protection. I don't know, various armors and things like that. Alchemist fire, spell books, torches, candles, etc. They are going to head down to the spooky statue room. The door tries to kill them, does almost kill Minar, and the door is defeated, for it was a mimic. And that was it.
Right, you guys are now standing within this room that appears to be some sort of shrine to
Maybe Strahd?
possibly Strahd, a painted wooden statue that's been carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak. Stands in the one alcove of the southern wall. His pale hand is resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him, and in his right hand he holds a smoky gray crystal orb that does not appear to be part of the statue.
I think I still had detect magic up.
Mm-hmm.
Do it glow?
It do glow.
Woo! What manner of glowy? Let me look up the spell so I can give you the color, the Roy G. Biv of magic here.
I don't think it gives you the color per row GB, but with detect magic, I don't think. You guys just kind of make it up, I think.
Okay, maybe in the old version of the spell it did, but
It might have. I would say abjuration, I think.
Okay, can I roll an Arcana check to see if I think that it is warded against being touched, or it exudes protective magic that we could somehow utilize?
Yeah, you can go up and inspect it. Do you touch it as you inspect
No.
it? Okay.
No. That is a 20, dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah. It itself appears to be magical. But as for if it will like activate, if it's like moved or anything like that, you can't really tell because it doesn't seem as though there are any like spells or traps that are tied to it besides it just being there. But
So it's enchanted, but I can't figure out what it does or what it's for.
yeah, not without like
Examining it.
it. Yes, but like you don't get the sense that it's tied to any sort of trap or mechanism from what you can tell with that kind that you can tell. But why don't you go ahead and roll an investigation check?
Okay,
See if there's a more physical trap there.
So that's investigation 24.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any sort of like wires or weighted gimmicks on like the hand or the statue itself. It appears to all be in one piece. Craftsmanship is quite nice. That's not to say that, you know, to the best that you can tell, it doesn't appear to be there doesn't seem to be a spell tying it to anything else in the room, and the statue itself doesn't appear to be tied to it either. Is there anybody else doing any other kind of investigation in this room, or you guys just standing around staring at Redwood?
He does have a nice ass, but you said there were some bones?
Yes, there are some bones.
Can I inspect them bones?
Yes, if anyone wants to give like an investigation or a perception check for the rest of the room.
I'm going to go to each of the... Are the bones like skeletons? Like they seem like whole people, or do they just seem like scattered bones?
Why don't you roll me a check of some type?
Are they dry bones?
Perception makes sense?
Yep.
In my head. 18.
Okay.
I got 9.
Ooh.
They bones.
They bones. They some bones. Anyone else?
Oh,
Yeah.
25.
Oh.
Nice.
I got a 17, so.
Very good. Yes, so for everyone except for Bran, who's just like staring at them, waiting for them to move, like the flickering light from Reese's light spell, just kind of making him a little jumpy. to everyone else who kind of goes around and inspects them, they just appear to be bones. There aren't like any like clothes or like flesh like rotting off of them. They actually look kind of strangely pristine, and for those of you who rolled above a 20, you can actually see like the pins and wires like keeping them in place, so they seem to be a bit more decorative than like they weren't like bodies that were left here to rot.
Oh
Like
no,
these.
I was before you described that, I was gonna make the joke of, we found their Halloween decorations! Now
Oh no.
But who rolled the highest?
I heard a 25.
I heard a
for
25.
25 was mine.
Okay, yeah, when you get to this corner over here, kind of inspecting the skeletons here, you notice that there appears to be like a layer of clay covering one section of the wall that's not rock or earth.
What's this? I'll sort of reach over and kind of like. Can he sort of pull at it a bit or whatever to like?
Yeah, like
try
you
and
get
crumble
your
some
finger,
away?
you get your fingers in, and it kind of
Yeah.
crumbles a bit and reveals a wooden door beneath a layer of clay.
There's a door here.
Does it
because
like
Meadowman doesn't notice the pins and stuff because he rolled under 20, he's giving them all like very brief prayers of, I hope the Great Mother led you to the other side.
Probably not.
so the door does it like appear to like go in like another hallway, or does it go down, or
Like the direction it was, it kind of looks like it would lead towards the dining hall. But do you open it?
no?
Maybe not just yet. Ever.
This is part of the training, right?
Must
Do you
be.
think of using the thieves tools?
If you give like the door a little inspection to see if it's locked, or
Trap?
yeah, sure. Give me an investigation check.
12?
Doesn't look trapped.
I
And
think we're good.
You give you give the handle a little jiggle, and like it doesn't appear to be locked. Like it gives quite easily. Like the wood itself feels like a little soft from the clay.
Okay, push it open then.
You reveal a stone staircase that appears to be leading up. It's a little bit wider, and like the staircase here is a little wider, and it isn't as steep as the one that led from the attic. It's not like the like creaky, spirally staircase. Just stone stairs leading upwards. 6-foot high ceilings, so it's not quite as claustrophobic.
That's good.
Kind of lean your head in a bit, and you can see it only goes like a few feet up, and you can see like a trapdoor underneath. Like it leads up to a trapdoor.
Do I have any idea where this might be in terms of location in the house?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, I've got so much intelligence. 2.
Would anyone else like to assist her? Meadowmane, you would have advantage on this because you spent some time looking at the dollhouse.
Oh yes, yes, I definitely would recognize this section, so I will definitely assist. Is that a roll for me, or does it just give Devin advantage?
No, roll. Everyone else can roll. Trying to figure out where it leads up.
Oh, Reese is real dumb.
Just intelligence?
Yep, he's
Yes.
real dumb.
I rolled an 8 and a 7, so that's 7.
Oh,
I rolled an 8.
I just found out Reese is real smart. Oh.
You said an 18, Redwin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, like, because you are super smart or because you're used to, like, scouting out with Bexley and, like, learning, like, the spatial, tracking, like, things spatially, through the use of your familiar, you kind of reckon at that angle, those stairs where you've traveled since the attic probably leads up to the den on the first floor.
Where we took our siesta.
No, that was on the second floor. The den of the den near the front entrance of the first floor
With the wolves,
that
right?
just had wolves. Yes.
I think those stairs must lead up to the den next to the foyer on the first floor. But
It does have a cabinet that you guys did not search because Minar wasn't a thief.
yeah, I am though, so I would like to eventually rob that cabinet. Might be a good point of egress you can play at some point. Give me a few moments to look at this. How many of you could remove a curse from me if I all of a sudden got cursed by this magic doodad over here? He points to the sphere.
Hold on, let me check my character sheet there, eh?
At this level?
At this level, like no one.
No.
Remove curse is like 3rd level.
Yeah.
So like
A third
you
level
have to be
spell.
5th.
Well, be prepared then to knock me unconscious. Maybe that'll help. And I'm gonna grab the orb.
All right. You grab the orb, and there's like a breath where you kind of like look at the orb, and if this was a movie, you would hear like as like, you know, the camera like zooms in on the orb, and then like, you know, the whispering stops, and nothing happens for a moment, and you know, the chanting that's been going on in the background continues uninterrupted. Redwin turns to look and be like, "Oh, I guess nothing is going on." And then you guys need to roll initiative as 5 shadows pull up out of the ground.
I'm not gonna roll that, right? I'm gonna roll this one.
Fucking
That's
Edwin.
better.
18.
18.
15.
8.
Meadowmane 16.
Meadowmane 16. Did I hear a 15?
Yes, you did.
Can people have advantage because I warned everyone that maybe something bad was gonna happen?
Nah.
No. Okay.
I mean,
honestly, you guys don't need it. I rolled real bad for the Shadows initiative. You said 8 for Reese?
8 for Reese.
Okay.
I got a grand 12.
It is super grand. Minar, what'd you get?
That's patronized me.
9.
A 9? Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to move Reese down.
Oh, that hurts. Beaten by checks in a row.
Can I just check the trapdoor led to the first floor or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's basically, instead of having to go to the spiral staircase, which will take you all the way up to the attic, and then you have 3 floors down to get through, you now have a shortcut to the first floor.
Sweet.
All right. Redwin, appropriately, you are up first.
How close is this thing to me?
See, let's say that I didn't actually say where they popped up. We'll say like 2 kind of popped up here in between from like these 2 skeletons here. They didn't come up out of the skeletons, I will say. But 1 here and here, and we'll put the other 2 here and here. And the 5th one will be here.
Okay, so I am directly adjacent to 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, Shillelagh and Green Flame Blade. To whatever one's a little closer.
Well, you can Shillelagh or you can Green Flame Blade. They're both bonus actions.
I don't think that's accurate.
Am I wrong?
I think Green Flame Blade might be an action.
One
Green
action.
Flame
Yeah,
Blade,
green
bonus
flame,
action.
green flame blade is
Okay.
Is there one? Is one next to the other at all?
No, they're about. Well, I said there were 2 here, so you've got like 2 here, 2 here. You're kind of in a bad place.
Okay.
And we'll say everybody else is kind of like somewhere standing near a skeleton.
I
Reese.
missed your gesturing though.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. one of them is next to another one, or is not?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, great. Then I will attack one of those guys, and then have the fire leap the other one, assuming I hit.
Okay.
It's 15 on the die.
That hits.
Eee. And I think I just do the normal damage, which is a D8 with Shillelagh.
Mm-hmm.
For 11 points of damage, and then 5 points of fire damage to the other one.
Very nice.
And I was like, shit! And I'm done.
Oh, resistant. Shoot.
What?
Yes, the la 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 la. Aha. Thankfully, the one that takes the attack from the shillelagh does not appear to resist that, as it kind of like your magical staff kind of like whaps through it, and it like recoils in serious pain. But the green flame that leaps to its fellow doesn't seem to do as much as you thought it would.
Okay, well that's a shame, but turn well spent. Done.
Yes. Like, you did a lot of damage to the first guy, if that makes you feel any better. Alright, next up is Meadowmane.
Swings the mace, sacred flame, on the one that Redwin hit.
Okay, you're gonna go for the one that Redwin hit?
Yes.
Okay, it's going to make a save. And fail with a 10.
Ha! 6 radiant damage.
Okay.
Can't remember if anything else. No benefit from cover.
Yes, as the sacred, the radiant flame bursts up under like this shadow's feet, it the light kind of suffuses through like its shadowy form, and it kind of like bubbles up and like shrieks in pain as the radiant damage does a lot more than you thought it normally would, and its like essence is scattered, and it is dead.
Fast forward to Great Motor Dairy.
Devin, it is your go.
So we have those two that Redwin and Meadowman, or the one now, and then there's another two across the way, correct?
Yes.
3. Oh.
Well, there's two there, and then the third one's is over in the
Yeah,
Mhm.
over
back
here.
behind. Yeah.
So you got 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So you've kind of got like a little cluster right here.
Okay. Can I get to a place where I'm not within 5 feet to take a shot? I don't have disadvantage.
Let's see. You were kind of over here near here, along with Reese looking up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, honestly. As because
Okay,
there's
fine.
two right here.
Short sword then.
All right.
Silver short sword.
It's probably better in the long run anyway.
Yeah, it probably is, but not when I roll a 3. So a total of 9.
Ugh. Yes, that will miss, I'm afraid. Do you want to stay where you are, or are you gonna risk moving away?
I think that's a good place for me to be.
Okay, Bran, it is your go.
Go, Brad.
Woo.
You can pretty much hit any of them with the 10-foot reach, wherever you would be.
Fair enough. That's terrifying, and I'm sure we're about to pay for this. I will go for the one that's attacking Devon.
Okay.
And I got 14 and 12 on the dice plus 6 each, so non-natural 20 and 18.
Both hit, sir.
Excellent. I rolled 3 on both damage dice, so that is 7 damage each.
Okay, that's going to be 14.
Presumably reduced.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, as the whips kind of cracka into the shadows, the the dark forms just sort of form up around once again. Minar.
He was just about to shout to Dev. We're fighting a lot more ghosts than I thought we were. Gonna have to do something about this. As his whips are just like going through.
Always a good day when we find some undead, right?
Don't bleed. It's no fun.
All right, Minar, it's your go. There's one that's been slightly damaged by green flame, another one that has been more moderately damaged by two crackas, and then two that are unhurt.
Where do you reckon Minar would be? In this room.
Well, you weren't inspecting the stairs or really the skeletons, so I'll let you be wherever you want to be.
My question is, because I'm bruised and battered.
Uh-huh.
And
So who would you been next to?
well, I have no idea. Probably near Redwin.
Okay, so you'll be right around here. He's cleared off the one that was here, so you've kind of got like a little bit of room if you want to like scooch behind the statue.
Yeah, I mean, if yes.
Okay.
Disengage, run away.
Don't even have to disengage, because he killed this one. You can move to that one easily, or move into that space easily. Crawling up over the wolf.
Get him,
What would you like to do?
Well, I don't need to disengage enough. I still technically have an action left. But there's not really much I can do.
I mean, you're one of the magic guys, right? And we're fighting ghosts. We might need some assistance.
I'm also out of everything, apart from cantrips.
Cantrip, then?
Nothing wrong with a good old cantrip.
Yeah, but I mean,
you know that
really
fire wasn't particularly effective.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. So do you really want me throwing a grenade at a ghost?
Sure, why not? We could come with any ghost grenades?
Fire in the hole.
Oh no.
Which one are you going for? Are you going for the one that got green flamed, or the one that got whipped, or one of the fresh ones?
The one that's on the left side of the room.
Okay, the one that got green flamed.
Yeah.
Or that would be the closest one.
13. I think.
Hits.
Yeah. And wish I had my spellbook open. This would be good.
Firebolt.
Yeah, D10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, at this level.
6.
Reduced to 3. All right. It yells as like the light from the flame kind of tries to disperse it, but it is too solid to really get going, to get it gone. Reese, you're near the stairs right over here. Devin, beside you, there is 2 here and here in front of you.
There's 2 in front of me, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Devin is engaged with one.
Yeah, I'll try and finish off that one if I can.
Okay.
With some savagery of the primal variety.
All right.
So I imagine he's kind of keeping like close to Devon, just like, you know, she's kind of his center right now. He's like, you know, and I'll be okay if I'm with her. Unfortunately, he's fucking shit at his fucking job, and he rolls a 12 to hit.
No, that hits.
Oh, he's sick. Never mind. Ignore what I said. He does 6 acid damage as he just strikes down with some of his magical claws.
Yeah, unfortunately, the shadow itself doesn't seem to have like a form that burns, and so while the your claws find purchase, it doesn't seem to burn the way that you're expecting it to. And with that, it is now their turn. Let's see.
Who's going to die?
There's the two that are over there on Devon and Reese's side of the room are going to attack one each. Devon, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. You're going to take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And your strength score is reduced by 4.
Oh,
Oh no.
Big rolls.
Unfortunately. And then the other one is going to go for Reese, and is going to get a 19 to hit. 19, that's a 15, not a 19.
Yeah, hits.
Okay, that is going to be 5 points of necrotic damage, and 2, your strength score is reduced by 2.
Reese's strength score is dick all now. It's 7.
Let's see, and then that is those two. This one that is in the center of the room is going to go towards you, Bran. 13 to hit.
No siree.
Oh wow!
Fuck you, ghost.
Yes.
Piss off, ghost.
All right, and then this other one that was in the entrance, it has a choice between Meadowmane, Bran, and yeah, I'm just gonna roll a d4. We're gonna see which one of the 4 on the left side of the room it goes for. It's a 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That is Bran again.
Cheers.
17 to hit.
Oh, sad times.
That
Yes.
one. Okay.
That's why you don't taunt the ghost.
Ooh, that's.
I mean, you guys are at the statue and touched the killer orb, but none of them went for you.
Don't. I had nothing to do with that orb.
I'm afraid that is going to be nearly max damage and is going to be 13 points of necrotic damage.
Holy fuck. Okay.
And your strength score is reduced by 2.
Okay.
On the plus side, it is now your guys' turn. Redwin, you are
Me and
up.
my 8 hit points.
I'm very sorry if my lust for shiny orbs kills you all. But is there still a shadow
See
adjacent?
that as I'm being strangled by a ghost.
Yeah.
I'll also get the feeling that that's not going to be the last time that is uttered if we survive this.
No, for sure.
You are right here directly in front of the statue. There is one right here that is engaged with Reese.
I will smash it.
Okay.
With my stick of Druidly Fury.
All right. Are you going to Green Flame Blade again?
If there's something adjacent to it,
Yes.
then yes, I will.
There is.
For a 19 to hit.
That hits. Let's see. This is the one that Reese attacked. Okay.
Good hit. It's another 11 points of damage, and another 4 halves to 2, the adjacent one.
Okay, that is the one that got whipped. Very nice. Yes, this one that Redwind's shillelagh quarterstaff is wrecking these things.
Just a cane for flavor. It's
Yeah.
like he's been doing like a pimp slap.
Yeah, so your cane that is now like shining and with the shillelagh, like the light from the cane is dispersing most of these shadows mass as that one looks like it's on its last legs. Meadowmane.
Do I get the feeling that these things are undead creatures, or are they just shadows?
They are undead creatures, you might think. I suppose I should have made you roll a check for that. But...
I can still do that, see? There's nothing stopping me from letting me do that.
No, that's okay. These look like, the way that these things are dressed, they're like wearing like these cultist robes, so you definitely get the sense that these are shadow spirits of some sort of like the people that once resided in this place. So that would make you think that they would be
Okay.
undead.
Also, is Redwind still holding the orb?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
They're not. They don't seem to be.
You
They
don't care
don't
about the
seem to
orb?
care. They don't seem to care. Yeah. Otherwise, they would have all rushed him.
That makes sense. Oh darn it. We'll try this anyway. Medman holds the rose and like holds it up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
A red light shines from it as he casts Turn Undead.
All right. So that is a bunch of
Undead
wisdom
sword.
saves I gotta make, right?
It says here each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. Yes.
Okay. They have so much wisdom. That's a 9
Nope.
on we'll say that was the one on Devon. The one on Reese got a 13.
Just pass.
Okay. The one on Bran, or the two on Bran, it get a 12 and a
Nope.
4.
Nope.
All right. And where were you? Well, let's see. You would probably be standing around here, ish.
Something like something like that.
Yeah, ish. So I suppose that one is probably sharing that space with you that's attacking Bran right now. So what do? They immediately turn and run, or do they have to wait till their turn?
It is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move into a space within 30 feet of you. It also
Okay.
can't take reactions.
Cool. Okay. So, but right now they are just scared of you, right? They don't have to do anything immediately.
Are they technically frightened
Yes.
as like a condition? Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. It just says for its action, it can use only dash to move away.
Okay.
If the creature fails, it is turned for 1 minute until it takes damage. I would assume that's it just immediately is turned, so on its action it has to do the dash.
Alrighty.
That's about as much as I can tell you.
No, they're not. They're technically not frightened.
Exactly. Yeah. So they don't have advantages and stuff.
No. Okay. Meadowmane, that's your go. Devon, you are up.
And there's still one up in my face, right?
Yep.
Did he fail to save or didn't fail to save?
The one that saved would have been
It's Reese's.
Reese's, the one that saved. Okay.
That's a non-natural 20 with the short sword.
That hits.
For 8 points of damage.
Alright, describe how you kill that one.
So imagine it kind of like lashes onto me or whatever, and then like I just take the short sword, just run it through.
Mm. And then the silvered edge of the short sword catches Reese's light, and the light spreads from the silver to the rest of the creature as it loses its form with a...
That's dope.
would you like to move? The one next to Reese... You're not engaged with the one next to Reese. So you could like move northward, or you could go down into the stairs if you wanted to.
Let's go northward, try to get some space between myself and...
Alright. You can stand like right here and still have view of everybody in the room. Though the silver short sword was very effective.
But I'm probably like bleeding out.
Yes. Bran, you have 2 on either side of you, both of which look turned.
Sure. I figure one of them was basically strangling to death, and he probably did that thing where you go down to one knee because he just had more than half of his, or like 3/4 of his health taken in one go.
Yeah.
And he's probably got. I'm thinking as it's kind of like releasing the grip around his neck, like there is still like a black imprint of the hands around his neck, and he's gonna growl basically, and then make 2 hits one of which is 6 damage, and the other one is 9 damage.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, 7 damage and 10 damage.
You rolled a hit already?
Yes, I did. Both of them were higher than
Cool.
13 or whatever was the current going.
Are you attacking the one that was
The
previously
one that
damaged?
tried to kill me.
Okay.
No, the one that tried to kill me.
Okay, that would be the one that was unhurt then. What was the damage again?
7 and 10.
Okay. And reduced. Alright. Yeah. As do you want to throw a smite on there?
I presume you're saying that because it would kill him, but kill it, but I didn't crit, and I didn't say it, so I won't.
Oh, okay. I'm easier paladin, that's all I can do with it. Okay.
We may not have a boss fight coming up. I'd like you to have your slides.
Sure, that's why I haven't used the 2 spells that I have for this entire house so far. So.
Alright. Very good. Minar, it is your go. You are relatively free from threat, but Bran is looking really rough, and he's still got 2 shadows on him, one of which looks pretty close to full health. The other one looks about bloodied ish. It is half as dark as it used to be, and there's one next to Reese that is like flickering in and out of existence as though it's hanging on by a thread.
Okay. The flickering one. Let's throw a grenade at it.
All right.
Don't still want to kill you, dick.
I need. It makes you more. You can attack something else and perhaps get more done.
It's not going to do anything no
No.
matter
I
what
was talking to Rob.
Oh no! I'm just there. What I rolled there was just horrible.
Oh, would you roll?
That's going to be a 9.
Oh, yeah, that will miss, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Are you staying there?
Let's see. I'm safe, cowering, and other people are taking the brunt of the damage. Yes, I'm staying here.
Okay. Reese, 'tis your go.
I will end this flickering monstrosity. 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
I will.
Are you primal savagery, or are you just
Yes,
attacking?
I will cast Primal Savagery and thrust my magical claws into its chest, dealing 3 acid damage. I know. I know.
It is still standing.
God damn it. That actually feels worse than just missing.
There's no no modifiers or anything to that. It's
No,
3.
there's nothing.
You cantrip.
Literally would have been better hitting it with my fist.
But you didn't.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
I mean, you have reduced strength, so
Yeah.
perhaps not.
I mean, my strength is -1 anyway, so.
I see.
Actually, it wouldn't.
So that is
Shadows go now.
shadows go now, and
Reese's isn't running. The other ones are.
I think Devin killed the one that wasn't turned. I think.
That was the one
No,
on-
no, she
one on
killed
Reese's one
hers,
was-
which was turned.
Okay.
Yeah,
The only one that isn't running is the one in front of Reese, and the 2 in front of me are going to run.
Well, yeah.
Except for the one that you attacked, because
Yeah.
it's until it takes damage.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The one that didn't attack you is going to run. Thankfully, that is the one that has the most health. It is going to run away, so you can attack it if you want to.
He doesn't know this is how that works, and
Yeah.
also he just almost was killed by these bastards, and
Okay.
he
I
isn't
was
for
gonna
letting
have to do the
go.
yellow thing, but I forgot.
Yeah. Go for it.
17 plus 6, so
Hits.
full damage, 10 damage.
Nice. Yeah, it is still going to... I'm going to be nice. It's still going to run and try to flee this way. Devin, if you want to get an attack as well on it.
Sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
There's
14.
only one space it can move through. Does it pass Redwin as well?
Yes.
Go ahead, Devin. Sorry to interrupt you.
That was a 14 to hit.
Hits.
For 7 points of damage.
All right, so that's another one that is defeated by the silvered blade. But the okay.
So there's
But,
one on me and one on Reese.
yeah, one on you, one on Reese. Let's
Bring it.
drop my d20. Ow. I'm gonna take that roll because it was a 7.
Against who?
I rolled the next one, so odds are evens. I'll let you guys call it.
Odds.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we can agree that Reese is pretty odd.
Oh, right. Good.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 6, so that means it'll be a 20 to hit you, Bran.
A 6 makes a 20? They've got plus 14 to hit?
No, the next
it's
dice.
an even.
The next,
Oh, right. Okay.
so
Non-natural 20, or is it crit me?
non-natural.
Okay.
So yeah, I knew the next one was going to hit either one of you, so that's why I had you call out. That is 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so I have 1 health left.
And your strength score is reduced by 3.
Okay. So it's on about half the strength it started on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's them. 2 shadows left. One
I'm
is
currently with their palm like pressed against my forehead, and I'm probably back to crouching again. Or kneeling.
Redwin. 'Tis your go.
So there's one.
One that is flickering, and the one over Bran looks like it's half health.
Okay. Redwin goes, oh, Christ. Evoking some strange god. And yeah, same shillelagh. Is there any enemies adjacent to this one?
No.
Then no green flame lay.
You going for the one on Bran?
Yes.
Okay.
12?
That hits.
Hey! And 10 points of damage.
Alright, describe how you kill this one with the shillelagh.
Dramatically. No, he kind of like is gonna tap the cane on the ground and like pop it up into his hand so that the amber sphere at the top is at the very end, and just kind of use like a baseball bat. And it'll kind of like glow as he pops it through this thing's midsection and disperses the energy with a flash of green light.
Nice. Very nice. Meadowmane. 'Tis your go. There's one left. And
there's
Bran
one left?
is looking really, 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 really rough.
Is the one attacking Bran?
Dead.
That one died. There's
It's
one left
only-
on Reese.
On Reese.
Let's try and finish this off, and then I can heal him after.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame!
Okay. 14?
Oh, it passes, damn it! I have one spell slot left. This is
Devin.
I'm gonna move to the one that's attacking Reese
Alright.
for a 21 to hit
Hits.
for 7 points of damage.
Describe it.
So as the one that tries to slip by me, like dissipates, I kind of use like my momentum to step forward and slide my short sword into the one beside Reese. And I'm just going to keep that momentum going to go to Bran.
Excellent. You have defeated the shadows. And the basement is now quiet again. Or as quiet as it can be with the incessant chanting coming from below.
With 6 or so strength or something, Bran possibly uses Devon to like struggle to his feet, and his skin is like black, mostly on his face, like these patches of where their hands have just been draining his essence. Maybe there's like, it's chipped, crusted, like broken earth, that kind of thing. And he just looks at you with like bloodshot eyes, Redwyn, and just goes, "Fuck you, fancy boy." And he's gonna like hobble for the door.
You say fuck you to me?
Yeah, he's on 1 hit point, almost necrotized to death.
Ooh.
Of that orb. So
Do I know if there's any way to heal off this strength sapping the shadows have done?
Roll me a wisdom check.
Not ideal. 15?
Maybe it'll get better if you guys take a nap?
I don't want to suggest that.
I need to sleep.
Devon will turn to Redwyn. We need to find a place to rest.
Time to long rest of that too, there, eh?
Good opportunity to take the stairs up then. Then could be made secure.
The first floor was the only place where something didn't try to kill us.
Aye.
That's a good reason as reading a little bit. That's as good a reason as any, there, eh?
Alright, so if you guys are you guys taking the secret passage stairs up?
I'll investigate to make sure the trap door at the top is not trapped.
Sure, give me a check.
With the guidance.
Okay.
24.
It is not trapped. It is just a little stuck. But you manage to pry it open, and you come out into the den in this corner. So you kind of like push like the trap door open and are greeted by the stuffed face of one of like the snarling wolves. For a moment you're like, but it's fine. Its glassy stare is impotent in comparison to what was below. But yeah, you guys can make your way up into the den. The chanting is not audible from once the trap door has been closed.
I imagine it's fucking hell climbing those stairs with like 5 or 6 strength and 1 health.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I'm on the strength train right with you, Brad.
This is why you have the others to
I'm
help you, eh?
real sleepy.
If he'll let me, I'll try to help Bran up the stairs.
What's his pride like, Dan?
He's not getting help from Red.
Oh.
He'd probably accept it from Meadowmane or Devon or someone, but like...
Yeah, do my best to make sure if I have to help Reese, I'll help Reese. If not, I'll help.
I was gonna say you can help Reese and I'll help
Oh, Jesus.
For the price.
How?
That hasn't happened before.
I told you I was moving in.
No, that was fine. It's just like it has never done that before, but that one note just went.
Right.
I love your.
Yeah, it was.
I love your clock chain Don't change it. I just, yeah, that one it pierced a little bit.
Holy shit.
But yes, anyways, you guys are up in the den. It is quiet up here. Are you settling down for a short or long rest?
Short rest?
I will say, you guys, once again, have been traveling since dawn almost, and are now like near like the middle of the night. If you do a short rest, you can do your hit dice and what have you, but you will be rolling a Constitution saving throw at the end of your short rest to see whether or not you're going to be starting exhausted.
Okay.
Because you guys
There's
have.
more to this monster in the basement than we
Well-
first thought there was. I think we should be taking it on at full strength there, eh?
I would agree. I would suggest we put something heavy on top of this trap door and maybe move up to the upper levels of the house. We know it's clear and we'll be able to hear anything coming up the stairs with any luck. Plus, there are beds up there.
Not a bad point.
Better sleep on a bed than on the floor there, eh?
That is up to you all. You
Bran
pretty much-
basically didn't reach a chair. He's just sat against a chair on the floor.
I don't think we're going much further than this.
I don't know if we'll get up the stairs there, eh?
This room is, if we pile up some furniture in front of the door over there, there's only one way something can come in and we can keep watch that way.
Right. That sounds like what you will be doing.
Make that to me.
This is also the room that's got the cabinet as well, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are a few other things in some of the upper levels that you guys didn't pick up, but that you might consider before you bed down for the evening. But that is up to you all. That was back when you were
You're
trying to
doing a little roboting, see?
Oh, I was just saying that there is some stuff in the upper floors that you guys didn't take for yourselves because it was back whenever you thought perhaps the things were normal. But
Yeah.
I think you're past that point at this point. So there were some other things up in the second floor that you guys didn't pick up.
Yeah, there's like some jewelry or something like that in one of the desk, right?
Yes.
Might be worth taking. Sensing the animosity being directed his way, I think once people are sprawled out and relaxing a little bit, Redmond would say, well, I feel I should apologize for putting us in that position. It's my intention to not leave something potentially dangerous behind us, or something useful. It's my instinct to try to understand things of that nature. I apologize if it's left us in a bad way.
Just try
Tried
be
to
more
warn you
fucking-
something like that could happen. Sorry, go.
Just try to be more fucking careful.
To be fair, voice of the DM. So whether or not your characters hear it or not, he tried his very best to make sure that it wasn't trapped.
And I did warn you that something terrible might happen.
Yes. But either way, it is Minar. If you would like to open up that cabinet, I'll take a
give it a
thieves'
shot.
tool check from you.
Does any of the keys on? I think Devin's got the keychain.
Oh yeah, so yeah. If you guys want to spend some time,
Or if Devin wants to practice the lockpicking.
Yeah, let's practice the lock picking
all right. So
with the keys that I found.
give me a dexterity check. No proficiency bonus because you are not proficient in the tools just yet.
That is gonna be a 21.
Wow. Yeah. You take the like. Minor, you might suspect that was lying about her skills there.
I am.
It's so easily done, but inside the cabinet in the den is some hunting accoutrement. There is a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, and a hand crossbow, and about 20 bolts each. So it's the gun cabinet, but there are no guns.
The Renaissance gun cabinet.
Mm-hmm. But that is yours. Is there anything else that you guys would like to pick up or do before bedding down?
Did you say 20 bolts in total or 20 bolts for each?
20 bolts for each, so 60
For
total.
each. Cool. Because I do use a heavy crossbow, so. Or, yeah.
Yeah, there's 20 ammunition for each type.
Do any of them look like they might be better than mundane?
No, they're just your standard issue crossbows.
Okay. I'd like to take 10 minutes and cast Identify on the orb.
Sure. While Redwin is doing that, is anyone else going up for the jewelry box?
No,
Not by myself,
I'm
no.
not.
Metaman has no
He's curling up in the corner and crying to himself.
Same as every night then.
No, this is the character Reese, not me.
Oh, sorry.
Metaman would approach him. I don't know if that was a joke or not.
It's not anymore.
If it wasn't, Metaman's gonna go over and just like sit near him, not like right beside him to invade his space, but just near him, to show that they give some sort of support of the emotional variety.
Thanks, buddy. Reese like quickly kind of wipes the. I imagine he was sort of having a little weep to himself. He kind of wipes the tears from his eyes and Fancy gives you like a sort of stoic nod and tries to get a hold of his emotions.
Right. Well, so no jewelry? Or Minar will go, but not by himself. Is anyone going?
I'll go with them once I'm done with the Identify.
Okay. I was just trying to... Yeah, okay. So yeah, 10 minutes pass. It's not magical per se in the fact that it has like a name for you to identify, but this... what color was it?
Grey?
Yes. This smoky gray crystal orb or whatever can be used as an arcane focus, and when doing so you will have a +1 to your spell attack rolls.
Neato.
Ooh.
It is essentially a wand of the war mage, but as
You
an
feel
orb.
better? You almost died for me to get a +1. You're
I
silent.
mean, you're going to use a smoky Strahd death orb. There'll be some words when I'm actually functional, probably.
It's fine. It looks like they just put it there because they thought it was pretty.
Sure.
It could also be me making the item actually useful instead of just pretty. But yeah, after you cast Identify, you can go up and get that treasure, which was for your guys' notes. The jewelry box is made of silver with gold filigree, and it in itself is worth 75 gold pieces. And inside it contains 3 gold rings worth 25 gold pieces each, and a thin platinum necklace with a topaz pendant worth 750 gold.
This money makes all the trauma worth it.
Right, you guys are bed down in the Den of Wolves, and we'll be setting up a watch.
Yeah.
All right, who's taking first watch?
I would
I mean-
quite like to take first watch.
I was gonna say who wants to. How many watches do you want to have? 4?
Oh, there's 6 of you, so you can either go 2 hours each, or
I was gonna suggest Reese and Bran don't take watches because they're weak enough. They need all the fight they can possibly get.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
okay. So then, who's first watch?
I'll take
Lenore
first.
and I can take first watch. Or no, I guess it would be one person each. So I'll take first watch.
Okay, everybody wants first watch. Odds or evens, Devin, Redwin?
Evens.
Oh, if Devin wants it, she can have it. I didn't realize.
Okay. Okay. Well, then Devin first watch. Who wants second watch then?
I'll take second watch.
All right. Who wants third watch?
I'll take third.
Okay. And Minar, that puts you at the last.
Yep.
We're also
Alrighty.
beat up before the shadow fight.
Yeah, so that gives you plenty of sleep before, yeah. All right, so we'll get settled into that. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, if that's okay with everybody.
Awesome.
To have it stated, though, I'm going to say Bexley is going to stay up for all the watches to provide additional set of eyes.
Of course. Okay. I will be right back.
You mean for caution?
I miss you. I
This
love...
is why we don't speak anymore, Jax.
That's not true. This is why I'm happy that you're in this game, Jack.
Yeah!
Alright, I'll be right back.
Are you mad at me forever, Dan? Are you there?
I'm fine, but my guy is incredibly intolerant paladin of vengeance, and I could only imagine being ganged up by shadows and having half your strength drained and 20 out of 21 hit points drained out of you by necrotic was awful.
Make you pretty cranky.
Like, awful. So that must be terrible, and then to be made to climb the stairs.
And then
So
some fancy
he's
woman in a
pissed.
way too fancy coat saves your life after having put it at risk in the first place.
I mean, because the things just like went for him.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we're doing like massive damage or whatever, that first one would have fucked him up. Like, did almost 3/3 of his, or 3/4 of his health in one go.
Yeah. I don't think I could have taken a single hit from one of those guys unless you rolled shit, you know.
So it's unpleasant, and he has 7 intelligence, and he has shit to do that he's powered by. You know, he has to be alive to kill the things that needs revenging. So, as his oath of vengeance, so he didn't appreciate being so close to death. So just trying to like not brush it off.
Spicing up the roleplay.
Indeed. I mean, like, I could have. There were other choices. Like, I could have used the divine health and like healed myself, but I kind of like this more, especially due to like the nature of the necrotic. I like the idea that he couldn't bring it all back immediately, but I've got another little half scene or whatever in my mind for during the night.
Sure.
But he may be a bit pissed for a little while.
That's okay.
Yeah. What about that drama?
I mean, for Redwood, it was kind of like, well, okay, this thing's magic. We don't know what it does. Do we want to leave it here ununderstood?
Sure. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have just left it there, but it was just the way that circumstance went, that you like picked it up, kind of everything is fine, and then he gets torn a new one. And they didn't go for any of you. It was all of the hunters, like, which is somewhat suspicious. It's also, you know, an artifact of pure evil in his mind, saying that he almost died, like cause and effect. Orb was used. He almost died the most painful, horrible death. So, one of the war mages is great, but he is going to be. I mean, real suspicious that you pulled an artifact off Strahd, the guy that brought us here, and you know it's terrible, and then are keen to use it, if that is the case. But
I mean, there will probably be greater levels of investigation to determine its evilness. But
sure.
I did do a detect magic and identify on it, and it's, unless it's got some super high level magic that is inscrutable to Redwind, there's nothing. It's not like Strahd can spy on us through it or anything like that. Like it's not tied to him.
Sure, but I feel like cause and effect. We found the thing. We almost died horrible shadowy deaths, and it was taken from a statue. Like, it doesn't look like a holy orb of niceness from a god statue. It was held by the devil Strahd. He just would... And I know normal D&D characters wouldn't care, and it's just all about items, and the item isn't evil or whatever, but I feel like normal human beings would be more fallible than that. Especially a paladin, like, you're going to use an item of evil. He's probably destroyed and or seen some destroyed before. Like, I don't imagine this paladin order is going to use it.
Byron
like
and that one magic item all over again.
Which one?
I don't remember what it was.
The one that like pulled him into a demiplane and fucked him up.
Oh yeah.
And he identified it was a chaos artifact.
Yeah.
It wasn't the teleportation helmet, but wasn't it a helmet or a hat or something?
It was a sword or something. I don't remember exactly what it was.
There was the rapier that we found early on. That
it tried to attach itself to his arm. That was what it was.
I think Rob made it for Remy, and Remy was like, "I don't fuck with chaos," and Byron was like, "I do."
Well, no, I tried to identify it, so I had to touch it, and then it tried to attach itself to my arm.
Yeah, that's right, you fucking cowards.
Yeah, but like he really didn't like that, being forced against his will, and then we used the chaos calming emotion type powers or something, and like popped into like the demiplane or something, and like Byron was there on the floor or something, and she like pulled him out.
Yeah,
like the psychic.
Yeah, man, there was a lot of janky weirdness with that campaign.
You know where that rapier is right now?
Some monster's ass, probably.
What rapier?
Oh, from campaign 1.
The dope rapier that gave you an arm shield, but
I'm sorry. Gave him an arm shield by devouring his arm.
It covered his armor.
I'm sorry. If you put on a helmet, do you say that's the helmet's devouring your head? No.
Yes, I do.
But wasn't it chaotic?
It was really super.
Oh no, it
chaotic.
was. I'm being a.
And it was hard to get off too.
It wouldn't let go. His arm was.
So why would you want it to let go? It was helping you.
Because he's a mage. How can he read a book apart from all of the magical
you don't need to read a book when you got such a dope rapier.
Redmond was actually trying to do. He has to hold it to identify.
Yeah, unfortunately, that it's touching the orb or the statue causes the shadows to appear. But on the plus side, I made it worth more than just gold.
Yeah, but now James will get mad at me if I use it.
He'll get over it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some water there.
Oh boy.
I mean, I totally see why he would be like, that wasn't a Strahd statue, but...
Yeah!
Yeah.
It was the devil Strahd with a shadowy item. It's not like a glowy holy orb from a god, like a nice god statue.
The devil, Strahd's orb.
Yes! Who lured us here and trapped us, and now you're using his artifacts. And when you picked it up, I almost died!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with Strahd. It was just the cultists. They're Strahd fanboys. They basically had...
It's not really like a vampire, and it can't be seen in mirrors like a vampire, then it's a fucking vampire.
All I'm saying is that it is essentially, it's the equivalent of someone having a MAGA shrine in their basement.
And then you find a special kind of red hat that sits next to it. It doesn't say MAGA on it, but it is red. And you're like, you got that from a MAGA shrine. That's probably a fucked up hat to be wearing.
Sure. You're not exactly selling this. It's only a cult item.
That's made me hate it more somehow.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, at least the Devil Strahd runs a solid country's economy.
All I'm saying
Oh.
is
I don't think
that
it does. Like, I understand your point, but
I
think it
don't
does.
know much about Barovia's economics, but I imagine
it's actually
You know.
shit.
is it.
He wouldn't have fired the pandemic response team, that's for sure.
Yeah, I feel like Strahd, whose whole kind of existence focuses on not social distancing and actually getting rather too intimate with people more than they want, would be
Are you
pretty
saying
on
that's his
point
one?
with COVID.
Are you saying that's his one biting criticism?
Yeah. We're not friends anymore.
That's not true.
I mean,
It is a little bit.
if I was in The Sims, my friendship meter would definitely have gone down.
It's okay. He'll just, hug you and then it'll go back up.
Yeah.
If we were in The Sims, I'd be asking why you aren't using the motherload cheat.
You're doing it wrong.
If we were in The Sims, we'd probably be in the basement in the swimming pool with the ladder taken away.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, is everybody back?
Yes.
No.
Alright. Well then, you guys settle down in for your long rest in this house some might call death.
Wait, touch and go there for a minute.
Sorry. Yes, the watches pass by quietly. Every once in a while, you kind of hear like the creak and moan of the house, or like sometimes like your ears pop and you can kind of hear the chanting below in the dungeon as your fellows sleep on. Everyone kind of just sits quietly. Is there anything anybody would like to say or do during this rest?
I'm just
Before-
saying Bran has a really fitful night's sleep and is probably tossing and turning and having
We'll get to
terrible
that.
nightmares.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Oh.
As he's sitting, Meadowman will sit beside him.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna go deeper into it, but just that's like a minor thing.
Okay. Yes, so like no conversations or anything like that during the watches.
I think Redwin would probably sit and talk with Minar for a little bit. We can RP that or not, or we can move on.
Well, that's up to you guys. What do you say?
Just like check in, you know. You sure you don't regret coming along?
I regretted tagging along before that letter had even arrived. I'm bruised, I'm battered, I'm bloody, I'm sore. Is this what life of an adventurer is like?
You know, I've only done a limited bit adventuring before this, but my previous bout was a bit more romantic.
Yes,
Because you don't want to snuggle, do you? That's a joke.
Huh.
Yes, I think this is mostly what adventuring is like.
Well, Billy.
I wish there was a way to get everyone home, but I think the way back, or the way out, is through, unfortunately.
Well, I know your intention was to check in on me and hopefully raise my spirits, but that has not raised them any, I can assure you.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Redwin just chuckles. You know, fear is a complicated thing. Most people live their lives with it. I've been blessed to be able to see some things before they happen. Has a way of contextualizing fear for you. Makes decisions like the one I made below a little clearer, but I think sometimes I forget that other people don't see things the way I do.
Well, you may want to contextualise it better. I don't think our companions were quite happy.
No, clearly not. Anyway, if you see me doing something that you think might be out of context for the rest of the universe, feel free to give me a nudge.
I will nudge you in the ribs as I run the opposite way.
All right. We'll look out for each other, yeah? When we get home? Good. I'm glad you're here, even if you're not. And Finn.
Okay. Let's see. And yeah, like the rest of the night passes, and for those who slept the entire way through, Reese and Bran, your sleep is fitful and troubled. I need both of you to roll me some wisdom saving throws, please.
Jesus.
Oh, these probably aren't super important wisdom saving
Probably not.
throws, are they? They're probably fine if you roll, say, natural fucking one.
Oof.
Oh.
What? Sorry, what saves
Wisdom
were we
saving
making?
throw.
Just wisdom. Sorry, I thought there was one more.
No.
We better get a level after this.
Yeah, it
Ooh.
doesn't matter if I've gone insane and tried to kill everyone else.
Sure. I'm going to use my inspiration because I rolled a 6.
Damn you, recap!
I mean, that was one of the 5 that I have. I've not used any other, so that upped it a little bit. That is now a 15
Okay.
rather than a 9.
In which case, during my domains watch, he sits beside Reese instead.
Ah, you can't. You already said Bran, my friend.
Yeah.
Which is kind of appropriate, I guess.
I'm
Like-
all alone.
Bran, like your sleep is fitful, and it's kind of one of those nights where dreams and nightmares probably would have taken you, but for some reason there's whatever god it is you follow, and the warmth of Shanti keeps you safe this evening. Reese, for you, unfortunately, your dreams start dark and cold, and suddenly it's warm again. You're in your home, the one that you tried to make a few years ago, and like your body is sore and bruised and battered, and you're pinned beneath a smoking timber as your home is entirely engulfed in flames, and you can't move. Your arms are like pressed and pinned to your body, and it's like that same claustrophobic crushing feeling that you get whenever you're in small places, but this time it's because like you're trapped beneath the burning remains of your home, and you thrash and you can't get free, and there's a woman's voice laughing, and it's accompanied every so once in a while by another deeper laugh that seems not familiar to you, but it seems to be laughing at your misfortune. And when you awake in a cold sweat, and your chest feels like you've had a weight pressed in on you the entire night.
So he's like staring around the room, like dark circles under his eyes. Like looks haggard, pretty terrible. Like one hand kind of pressed over his chest. He's like breathing really heavy.
Is in the middle of the night, or other people?
As he's trying to good question.
Morning.
Okay. Maybe I was keeping an eye on you or something, and you see, my face is mostly healed. There's still the faint, like, black outlines of where all these hands had like drained his life through his face, but they're mostly healed up by whatever grace of God's Tyr and Myliki that he worships. But maybe he sees you kind of startle, jump. Morning, Reese. Welcome back to hell.
Pretty sure I went back again.
Went back again? Where?
You think he's referring to hell being his dream, and then he's back in a different hell now.
Ah, right.
He's waking up. Double hell.
He like looks around the room, whoever's like making breakfast or something, or some people on watch or something, and he kind of like looks back. I imagine we weren't too far away.
Holding hands.
Absolutely. That's the only thing that got us through. He goes like, "Oh, your dream," and he can't. And then he like looks at the grim scene around them, kind of thing, and is like, "I can promise you one thing:
What's that?
we can make a difference in this one."
See that sort of, it doesn't necessarily give him comfort, but it kind of makes him, kind of steals his resolve a little bit. You see him kind of nod, and like his jaw sets a little, like, yeah, you see him sort of agreeing, and like your words definitely help him push down whatever was troubling him.
Good.
In the middle of this interaction, you probably see that Bexley has been watching over you all night, so this like skeletal raven is just like staring at you queerly. Unnervingly.
It's like a backhand traveling towards Bexley. I don't know if it gets out of the way.
Primal savagery. Let's go.
You see that there is a comfort there, a grim comfort, certainly. But
yeah, certainly.
He made a basically, because we've been around for a long time. He doesn't make the promises lightly. That he's, for whatever he suffers, he's always trying to make things better. So
yeah, for sure.
He'll.
Sorry, you go, mate.
No, you can go.
I was just gonna say Reese kind of looks at Bexley, like glances at it and glances back at Bran and just says, "I fucking hate this place, but I suppose so does everyone who lives here. So we might be able to, I don't know, do something at least."
Ran stands a little bit closer to you, or gets up from the edge of the chair he's sitting on or something, and just like claps a hand on your shoulder and goes, "I fucking hate it too."
See, like the sort of grim, like soldiers in the trenches kind of smile at you. He nods, kind of like pats, reaches across to sort of mirror yours and pat your shoulder and says, "Well, I guess the quicker we move, the quicker we get out of here, so let's not hang around."
Maynard, did you want to do any investigation on the books that you took from the secret room?
Books from the secret room.
Cultist tomes.
Rituals and what have you.
With the chest with the corpse in that maybe went
Yeah,
in.
had
trying to
the
find-
cults from the priests of Osibus.
That you didn't bring up to anyone because
Yeah.
people were pissed.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was busy trying to find my notes here. Yes.
Okay, why don't you roll me an intelligence arcana check.
Okay.
Or an arcana check, I guess I should say.
That was 16.
All right. After like studying the rituals and stuff that are in the book, you kind of determine that they're bogus in the sense that, you know, it's a bunch of like somebody knew all of like the symbols and stuff to use, but they're arranged in such a way that they don't mean anything. It's like arcana language, like arcana, like the arcane sigils and stuff. If they're not in the right place, they don't, you know, do something, or if they're not created correctly, they don't mean anything. And like the runes and sigils and stuff in here, like you kind of look at them and it's like whenever a Chinese company tries to like recreate like some kind of like, I don't know if you've seen them on Amazon, but they'll have like the little Nordic symbols on something, but it's just like the alphabet backwards. It's that kind of stuff. And so you don't think that any of the rituals in here are of any sort of worth. Just kind of seems like somebody knew, like, oh, upside down crucifix with a little swirly P, and oh, look, we made a pentagram. Aren't we spoopy?
So it looks like a textbook from one of those golf kids in high school.
Yes.
Right.
Where they've just like kind of they've doodled like symbols and stuff everywhere, but like, you know, everything is done in like neat handwriting to make it look official. Or it's like, you know, in some places it's all in red with like tasteful little splatters everywhere.
And there's no sense that any of this, like putting things of an arcana sense together wrongly, obviously could result in something untoward happening. But there's no sense of anything like that. It's just
No, it's not even like, you know, oh, they were onto something, but they didn't know how to put it down. It was just they were trying to hallmark card some arcane rituals and didn't actually do any of like the work to study it. It's one of those things. It's like they're selling the aesthetic and not the actual science.
gotcha.
Like someone did a Pinterest board full of Nordic symbols and then took that to a tattoo artist.
This spell was a spell for chicken soup.
Pretty much. All right. So the day is yours.
I am casting Mage Armor.
So we get a long rest then?
Yes, you got a long rest, and
Is our strength fixed?
yes, your strength is fixed. That's why you were taking the rest. I forgot.
I wanted to make sure one of my dice gain one back.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I missed that. Does our strength?
Yes, your strength returns.
Oh, thank Christ! Because otherwise, I was on 7, and that was not going to be fucking good.
Yeah. And you're lucky that I am nice, because you actually do.
Are you though?
I mean, you're getting the benefits of a rest.
Rob, don't start.
I could have taken that away from you with that Nat 1.
Yeah, I mean that would be fair. But
Do you want me to? Because I'll do it if you want me to.
Don't antagonize the
I
DM.
want you to give me a fucking level, please.
Yeah, you can have that in a little bit.
Ah, damn it.
We have to finish this death house.
Hey, you still got one more floor to go.
Yeah, where the death happens.
So far, that's everywhere.
Well, this is a special death place.
Oh, the most dead
Yeah.
place?
Yeah.
This is a near-death house. It's been quite an experience.
Right.
Let's go.
So it's
Keep going there, eh?
you guys could take the trap door back down and get yourself back into house. There we go. Get
Before we
yourself
start
back.
off, 10 minutes and cast like magic again.
Okay, sure. Easily done. Yeah, so you make your way back down the secret passageway here. You know that the stairs leading down are to your north. And thanks to Bexley's scouting, you know that this square is trapped, so it can be completely circumvented by taking this hallway.
Can I kick the statue over and set it on fire?
Yes, you may.
Okay. He does that. He stomps down the stairs directly to the statue, kicks it over, and like drags a torch across the ground or something and throws it.
Sure. Do me a strength check real quick, or athletics.
Without him noticing, I'll cast guidance on him.
You'll have to touch him to do it.
Good luck with that, mate.
14.
Yeah, it takes some doing. You break like the cloak off more than you manage to topple it over, but then you like get into it, and
He's gonna fucking
manage
do it. He's gonna tear that thing apart.
it doesn't happen like the first go. It takes you some like trying to get it broken off from its base, but eventually you manage it.
Oh, you woke up on the wrong side of the death house this morning, didn't you?
Throw right side.
I mean, so you guys make your way down towards the passage.
Should I send Bexley down there to see what we might be walking into?
Before or after we deactivate the trap?
You don't have to. You don't have to deactivate it if you want to. You know that it is this one, and
So
you
we can
have it.
circumnavigate.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just go straight down. As you get to those stairs, it's obvious to anyone standing at the top of this about 20 foot long staircase that the ghostly chanting is originating from below. Yes, if you want to send Bexley down, or you can just go on down yourselves.
Hold on 1 second. I might want to retcon something if you'll let me.
Sure. Maybe.
Well, I was thinking about recasting Find Familiar. Maybe like last night before I go to bed. Then recalling. So 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Insensitive things.
could I just mark off 10 gold and have it gone?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna resummon Bexley as a spider.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know how he looks as an undead spider. Probably just the same as a regular spider. Just hollow.
Steps on him.
Don't step on my spider.
A regular spider, but squished.
He's like dandelion fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he would just look like a regular spider. He's hollow on the inside, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
And all of his like little like
Just like
eyes.
us.
His eyes are all are gone, so he looks blind.
Oh. Okay.
Low key cute.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little blind spider.
So yeah, I'll just like have him on the tip of my finger. He's much more stealthy now. I could like send him down there and have a peek. No objections?
No,
I kind of just wave
Get it
his
over
hand.
with.
Sorry.
I think it was get it on with it.
Yeah,
And
Reese
Bren
let's
waves
just
his
get it
hand.
over with.
Alright. Off he goes.
All right, so he like skitters down the staircase and finds himself in. Where's my mouse? There it is. In this large chamber area. This is the first thing that you get whenever sharing his senses. That you can hear that the chanting has clarified some, and so what started as like this is now like words. So you can hear about a dozen or so voices chanting over and over. He is ancient. He is the land. He is ancient. He is the land.
Creepy.
Mm. And in this little area that he's in, uh, he can see like these little tiny alcoves in each little every couple of so feet
Mhm.
in the room that contain various items.
Do they contain corpses?
Um, no, no corpses. They're like on like little plinths, I guess that you would say, little things to stand him up.
Okay, what
Pedestals and stuff. So he'd have to crawl up each one to
to see what's on there?
yeah, to see what's on there.
Well, I'll send him up the closest one to the stairway just to see what's on the pedestal.
Okay. We'll say that one is he crawls up the little pedestal, and it is a dagger with that is carved from one solid piece of bone.
Okay. Can he, since he's now up, can he like kind of look around the room? He's got, I think, 30 feet of dark vision, and just see what's on the pedestals across from him.
Let's see.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah. That one is a folded cloak that looks stitched together. You can't really see like, what the skin is. And then this corner, he can see a frog on a stick.
Nice. Where's Makud?
Having a whale of a time, not in Strahd's land.
And then we'll say this one over here is... He can't really see that one from here. It's too small.
Okay. Okay. Without examining every little thing, in terms of the items, he'll scurry down. I think he wants to go see what's down the hallway. In the just
The
in the
one
direction.
closest to the stairs?
We'll go to the direction of the chanting first.
Okay, that would be this way.
Mhm. Want me to roll a stealth check for him?
No, not necessary. He gets to right about here, and there is a portcullis that is drawn across the pathway.
Can he like up the wall and through the portcullis?
Yes, the floor around the portcullis is submerged by like 2 feet of murky water, so he would kind of have to get up on the wall and kind of crawl through. Yes, and the chanting continues as he crawls through the portcullis.
Peoples?
Not that he can see.
Hmm. Okay.
He sees like this big chamber with like the pool and the dais.
Anything upon the dais?
Not that he can see from here.
Okay. I think you do a full perimeter of the room and then come back out and examine the northwest room.
Yeah, he... Ooh, my pointer. Just does like the little thing around the room. There's like some ledges above him that he can't see up from his vantage point. There's chains dangling from the ceiling.
Go up to the ceiling and see what's up there.
Yeah, he... Sorry, just reading.
No problem.
Yeah, So he gets up on those ledges and like doesn't see anything there. Makes his way all the way around. There's like this little alcove here that just has like a half submerged pile of refuse.
Anything in the ring?
It's way too thick for him to like go through and crawl
Okay.
through or anything like that. So he just kind of like skitters around or all the way around the chamber and then all the way back in. Like the
Okay.
chanting doesn't stop. Whenever he can't really reach this central area without getting submerged in water. Which
So
would be
is there a ceiling?
yes.
Could he go up to the ceiling, across it, and then descend down?
Oh, if you're gonna make me do all that, yeah.
Trying to be thorough.
Yeah. Yes, there are rusty chains with shackles that dangle from the ceiling directly above a stone mounted on the dais. Oh, Jesus Christ, stop calling me.
You get phone calls from Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I wanted to make sure that if the hangout went down, I was able to reach C so I could hear what was going on.
Well done, sir. Well done.
The altar itself on the stone dais. I will say, if you have him drop down from the ceiling, he won't be able to leave.
He's still got a little strand come out of his butt.
Okay, he's gonna stay on the strand.
Or I mean, I can also just.
He's gonna
have to what?
He's gonna hang down. I think
Okay.
is the. This
Okay.
is not actually gonna land necessarily.
Okay. The altar is carved with hideous depiction of grasping ghouls, and it appears to be stained with dry blood.
Nice.
Yeah, he Spider-Man's back up to the ceiling and can make his way back towards you.
Yeah, and then if he can just do a quick inspection of the hallway in the north, then he'll come back.
Hallway to the north, he wiggles on through, goes through, blah 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 blah. It's a prison. There's prisoners are long gone, but bones litter the floor. Rusty shackles remain, although there is one section right there that has a skeleton that is still hanging from the shackles of a human clad in a tattered black cultist robe.
Mm-hmm. Could I have, especially have the capacity in current form, to do an investigation to look for any, at any point that he's moved through this basement, could he have seen a release lever for the portcullis, or any indication of something that might trigger traps, or any indication that or something that Redwin might recognize as arcane witchery, altery, you know what I'm saying?
The portcullis could, he saw there is a wheel right here.
Okay.
For turning the portcullis on the other side of the portcullis.
Opens from the inside.
Yep.
Okay.
And so yeah, looking specifically for that.
Okay. Sounds like there's not too much more he can do then.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll just poof him to his pocket dimension, come out of the haze, eyes go back to normal, and say, well, not much more that we might have otherwise known, but it seems that the base of the stairs there's a room filled with odd bits of ornamental objects, daggers, cloaks, pouches, things like that. Probably don't want to touch them. They're in alcoves, so, history of this house, probably dead bodies going to pop out of them. There are actual dead bodies in a dungeon, one of which is still dressed, might have something useful on it. And there's a gated room with flooded murky water, the center of which is a dais, upon which is carved, I don't know, ghouls and things, dried blood. Seems like a sacrificial chamber. But nobody alive. So I think if we go down, we should expect more undead bits of nastiness.
So where's the chanting coming from?
The strongest in the watery room, which means that whatever's in there and whatever's chanting is either living and invisible or dead and invisible.
I'm leaning towards dead.
Great. Given that we're likely to do some more fighting in the next few minutes, and you tend to take the brunt of that, I'll kind of like give like a, asking permission kind of look to Bran and reach my hand out towards him.
Bran just like he's thinking for a second, looking away, looking like sideways on from you, and just goes, 1 second, like 1 minute before you do your blessings or whatever. Have we got enough silver to silver weapons? And he kind of like says that to the group.
We got lots of bits of silver. I don't know if we can forge them into anything useful with that. Oh, actually, mine might be able to do something with that.
Basically, see, have we gathered enough shit? And like, can we in a fireplace with Minor's expertise silver a weapon or two? Because they seemed effective against
A
ghosts.
fireplace wouldn't get hot enough to melt silver, I'm afraid. You would need something.
Even with an alchemist and magic fire. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, if we had a brazier and like we had a couple, like, so Reese and I can both conjure fire in some form, could we like just like
Can I?
spam?
Oh,
Yeah, you never just like spam fire into a brazier with a cauldron and like.
I mean, yeah, it definitely wouldn't get hot enough without bellows.
Yeah, there's a specific spell for heating metal.
Yeah, it's called create bonfire, isn't it?
No.
Shit.
I'll be the bellows. I'll just breathe on it really hard.
Who's got the biggest con?
It is
Feeling
it is a very
overrated.
good idea, but also you would need. I don't think you have enough silver to melt down to enough to coat one
Yeah.
of your items right now.
Sure.
Maybe a dagger. Let's see. There is a thing here in the PHB.
I mean, the amount of tools you would need. Never mind
Yeah.
the
Just asking,
bellows, that
because
you need
it may make a
critical
difference.
It could be the difference between life and death.
Yeah.
Because I put
What
out a
you-
fair bit of damage, but it's all resisted because everything's intangible. So
what I could do
You need.
is
Sorry.
well,
I'm just going to say that, according to the PHB, a single weapon would be the equivalent of 100 gold pieces worth of silver, and you definitely don't have that much.
what we could do. We have silver coins.
We do.
Not that much silver coin.
Wait for his. What you do? Are you just gonna
No, I
rip
think
it
the
down the
plan was
mountain?
to throw them as hard as we can.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
oh no, my whip them as hard as we can.
sure, I was thinking that it might not take much silver to give a silver edge to a whip, but if we don't have the bellows and the forges and whatever,
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm sure we can fashion the tools to put a hole into a coin, which you can then tie the end of your whip. You know, and knot it.
Here you go.
And if you're willing to fray the whip, you've got a cat of nine tails, a silvered cat of nine tails.
I think that's a tools roll, but this is you're running this world.
not fraying the whip. Just putting that out there right now. Saved it from a damn mimic door.
Just tie some coins to it. It'll be great.
There you go.
At least you'll like hurt them and be like, "Ow, you're hurting me."
Yeah, you could
Stop doing that.
tie the silver short sword to the end of your whip.
No.
Put it around my head.
That's super anime. I love that.
How much silver do you guys have?
I don't know.
I have some.
We just got a bunch more.
No, you got a bunch of gold.
Round about 8.
I
We
have
got gold jewelry and things. I don't think we got. I mean, I think we have some silver coins between
Alright.
us.
But if gold is worth 10 silver, does that mean it's 10 times as effective against undead?
No, that's not how that works.
Wasn't that one box silver?
It is silver and gold, yes.
Can we just like tie that to the whip?
No?
I got 3 silver. I'm willing to try.
What if we just throw coins at them?
If you
Yeah.
guys could make, I don't know how much silver you have off the top of my head, because that is your job to keep track, not me. But
You must not have silvered
Like-
her routers against
if
ghosts of bad internet.
oh, am I roboting again?
You're better.
now.
You're better now.
Go.
Okay, I was just gonna say I don't know how much silver you guys have because I haven't been keeping track of that because that's your job. But
Correction, it's Dan's job.
no.
Why are
I
you-
mean, it's written down somewhere, but someone else could do the loot if they really felt like it.
Why?
Dylan, what there is a loot, a thing in your guys' drive.
Right, but I said I'm too
I-
stupid.
Why are
I
you
look at
accusing
spreadsheets
us?
all day.
I have 7 silver written down as party gold, but there might have been more.
So-
I have 3 silver of my own money that I would put in for this experiment.
It's just shortchanged though. Like we haven't got, like there were no silver candlesticks or something that we could melt.
Actually, there were some candlesticks.
yes,
Let
that-
me see.
Born.
I wish we had a dragonborn.
5 fellows in one go.
Yeah.
So what? No,
Don't
yeah.
even joke about that, Jade.
You just call me Jake?
No,
Yes.
I look.
Your gender bent cosplay.
I started J, and then sometimes when a word just sort of stops halfway through, I had that.
That's
and so
not
I
how
went,
English
J.
works.
Hey,
Well,
Dan.
look, I've been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
There was actual
okay.
silverware in the dining room.
We could
Ooh.
tie forks to
I
the
can tie
whip.
forks to my.
Wait, but if they're just there's like silver knives, right? We just use
Yeah,
those.
Silver butter knife.
sure. The joke was that we went for the forks. Okay, like.
I don't get it.
Okay, good. Because they're not as sharp or deadly.
Via
But,
my cutlery.
but we can't really melt it down, and you don't really want me wielding cutlery as a weapon, right?
Not right now, no. But if you want to
Ransack it.
if you want to ransack it, we could say that you did that like the night before, so that it could get melted down into something later whenever you're in a place that has appropriate tools for such. If one of you
Cool.
was a jeweler, I might have said that you could have done something with it, but I don't think any of you are jewelers, so.
You don't know my life.
I'm proficient with dragon chess, so
Okay, I'm not a jeweler.
I could make things out of wood.
Okay, anyways, are
make
you
things
guys
out
gonna
of
go into the
leather.
room now?
Yeah, Redman's been like
yeah.
hand out like anticipatorily for like the last 10 minutes while we talked about silver spoons and stuff.
Sure.
Sure.
But he's gonna cast.
I mean, Bran just thought your spells always take 10 minutes because you always
was gonna
take 10
say,
minutes
you
to cast a spell.
We've got
No,
time.
is just it lasts 10 minutes, so let's kill things quickly. But I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on Bran.
Ooh, very nice. So
Why
let's
not me?
let's get on it then. You guys go down into the reliquary. Just giving you a rundown of the items in there, as I'm sure you'll do like your own little circle. There is a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws that looks somewhat similar to a gnarled goblin's hand on a loop of rope. There is a knife carved from what appears to be a human bone, a dagger with a rat's skull set into the pommel, an 8-inch diameter varnished orb made from a Nothic's eye, an aspergillum carved from bone, whatever that is, a folded cloak that is stitched from ghoul skin, a desiccated frog lashed onto a stick, a bag full of bat guano, a woman's severed finger, a 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy, its arms crossed over its chest, an iron pendant adorned with the devil's face, the shrunken, shriveled head of a halfling, and a small wooden coffer. If you open it up, it contains a direwolf's withered tongue.
Reese for sure like nopes out of this room, seeing
Okay.
all this weird shit.
And do you guys
He's
go
not
up
interested.
towards the prison to the skeleton that was clothed, or do you make your way towards the portcullis?
Is the chanting still like super loud?
He is ancient, he is the land. He is ancient, he is the land. Yes.
Kind of catchy.
Yeah. We should go ask
Better
him,
than Tool's new album.
Can I
You
just
guys-
like?
Fruiting or something, you know?
I'm just gonna errantly whip some of these items.
Nothing happens.
Apart from I knock them to the ground disrespectfully.
Yes. Besides
Got
that,
one hand, give you the
That was
finger.
my goal.
The orc splashes on the ground before Redwin can grab it.
yes, these gothic trinkets do nothing as they are disturbed.
No, okay, well then just knock them all over.
Okay.
You
I
got
was
the
acting
trinkets.
this out.
Okay.
We've all turned into
You-
fucking cats.
yeah.
Apparently.
Fucking hit this place.
Reese is gonna go for the clothed skeleton, seeing everyone dossing about in the other room.
Okay, so yeah,
Meadow-
you
Meadowman's
head up.
gonna follow.
You head up into the prison, and
Real quick, just say something.
what?
I'm gonna bamf Bexley back out of his pocket dimension, send him into the water room, and just have him camp in there and warn me if anything weird happens.
Okay. He is ancient. He is the land. Reese makes his way up here. He finds the skeleton. Does a little searchy search.
Yeah, he does. Investigation.
Yes.
I am praying over the skeleton.
14. Yeah, praying over the skeleton, not with my goddamn roll. You've been giving me guidance, but no.
It looks
I
like
can't give you guidance if you like.
it looks like this occultist must have been chained up for questioning the cult and their doings. Because you can't really think of any other reason why they would turn on one of their own like this. But you find nothing on the body save for a gold ring worth 25 gold pieces.
Reese will leave it.
Leave it?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Meadowmane, do you take it?
Take what, sorry?
Gold ring!
Gold ring. I'm not gonna take from the dead. That's
Okay.
super gross.
Okay.
I will just pray over him and say, I hope the Great Mother helps him find forgiveness.
Cut to when we need 25 gold to save our lives.
You're
Yeah.
25 gold short there, buddy.
If you can, if you two can please give me a perception check.
Oh, that's not bad, you know. Dirty 20.
Yo, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, as we expected.
Ouch.
13.
Yeah,
Here's me.
Meadowmane doesn't notice, but as Reese, as you turn around to like kind of head back towards the others, you notice another secret door in the south wall.
I will go over to it.
And based off of what Redwin was saying from Bexley's scouting, you kind of guess that this might lead into the ritual chamber he was describing.
He'll like call through. He goes, I think I found the entrance.
Oh, that's good certain, dear buddy.
Yeah, it's a way into the room without going through the portcullis.
Nice.
Um,
I'm the
as we
best.
pass through the dungeon, can I notice the ring and take it?
Yes.
I will.
Come back.
You know it.
Do I notice him
Just
stealing
taking
from the dead?
Declan and just.
Are you trying? Are you trying to hide the fact that you're taking it?
No.
Then yes, with your passive perception, you would notice him taking it.
Do you really want to be taken from the dead there? Especially a dead cultist, Derry?
I mean, he don't need them all.
It's so
Meadowman
nice.
just shakes his head.
So nice that you're trying to be noble. in these dark times.
Nobility gets you dead, boy.
The last time you picked up something, we wound up fighting a bunch of shadow men there, eh?
Roasted.
So is your argument that I should no longer pick up anything while we are in an evil haunted land?
Seems like a good rule.
It's too late. He's already taken it, and nothing's happened, so you guys can move on.
Maybe think about it before you start picking up stuff, eh?
I thought about it. I picked it up.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Meadowman's opinion of Redwin has gone down.
Yeah.
Meadowmane will remember.
Meadowman will remember this.
That's what I was gonna say.
Alright. Reese, do you open up the secret door? And I take it everyone is gathering?
Yeah, I open the secret door.
Right.
I'm right with you there, buddy.
I'm assuming everyone is gathering because they haven't said otherwise. So
Gather.
gather. Okay.
Gather.
So yes, as you open the door into the ritual chamber and step in, the chanting stops as soon as you peer into this 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceiling, and there's a breach in the west wall that leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. You can see stairs leading up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also octagonal that also rises above the water. Rusty chains of shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above a stone altar that is mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depiction of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood. And y'all are like right around here. What do y'all do?
Hello?
Remy, where are you? Hello.
Here's
The chanting's still going. Nothing.
No, chanting
Just,
stopped
the
as soon as you
chanting
open.
stopped.
Oh, sorry.
I will approach the dais.
Oh, God.
I will approach with Reese.
So you are climbing the dais.
Slowly.
Okay.
I hope your indignation is equal when you guys summon the horrible.
Fuck off,
The
Edward.
chanting rises once more as 13 dark apparitions appear along the ledges overlooking the room. Each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the torch's fire is black and seems to draw light into it. Where you expect to see faces, you see only dark voids. And the chanting resumes again. One must die, they chant over and over. One must die. One must die. One must die. One must die.
I think we all know who we're voting for here.
Meadowman.
Whoa!
Send the
Come back
voting.
with better art, bitch.
Yeah, I don't
mean-
think anyone's dying today.
Yeah. I will.
With that, we attack.
I'm going to wild shape into an elk.
Okay.
The room for an elk in this room?
This room's a
Good
big
question.
room.
Relevant question.
I mean, if
If
you're
not-
in a room and you will shape into an elk, you make room.
Yeah, if you're up there on the dais, there is room for the elk, yes. It's just you and Meadowmane up here. Where are the rest of you? Just-
Where are the ghosts? Are they just all the way around the water, or around the edge of the room?
Like you guys are kind of under here by the water, and they're like up here along the ledges around the
Oh, so
room.
we came out in the water,
Mhm.
and that's a raised ledge, right?
Mhm.
I see.
Oh.
Are they within 10 feet ish from where I am, or are they floating in the air?
They're just kind of there, standing on the dais, like looking down. I would say expectantly, but they have no faces in which to emote that emotion.
Can I whip them from where I am, or do I need to get closer?
Let's see. The ledge is in the central. The ledge is 5 feet high, so. Yeah. You could.
Okay. Devon says no one's going to die this day, and then there's like a
Okay.
roar of an elk, and I whip the nearest one next to me.
Uh,
Up close.
the whip passes through, and the chanting, like the figure doesn't respond to you in any way.
Uh,
The whip
Red,
just passes
Fuck you
through.
then.
would you like to go over to the refuse pile and examine it?
Are you Meadowmane and Reese? Are you still on the dais?
Yeah,
Oh no.
Reese like kind of like, imagine he sort of like clops around like nervously, like and
Reese,
like
like,
does this
I
sort
like
of
the imagery that Meadowman has his back to the elk and is like circling with him.
Okay. Why
With his
don't you
shield drawn.
two give me either a wisdom or an intelligence religion check or a insight check.
Insight for me.
Should have turned into a sacrificial lamb, I
Oh,
think.
yes! Yes! What was it?
Either intelligence
Religion
or
or
insight.
insight?
Oh, that's slightly better than I suppose. That's on 11
22.
because I rolled a fucking 6.
Of course you did.
Like these apparitions here are like didn't respond to Bran at all, and so you figure that they want a sacrifice. So if you have something someone to sacrifice, that would appease them.
The elk slowly looks around at Meadowmane.
What you fucking look at me for?
Because you're up here with me. And you need
One
sexier art,
must
boy.
die, one must die. They say over and over again.
There's no need to do this, Reese. We'll find another way there, eh?
I mean, he's an elk just looking at you. He's not actually like.
Okay, it wasn't threatening. Okay.
No. He's literally an elk. Like,
This elk wants to sacrifice me.
yeah, that's an emotive elk if he can look
I was,
threatening.
I was maybe putting 2 and 2 together and getting 17.
Yeah.
Meadowman's not very intelligent, and neither am I.
Right. And so you approach the refuse pile there, Redwin, and like as you approach, you notice that it appears that it is sleeping, as you can kind of see like the slow rise and fall of what can only be breathing.
Shillelagh on the cane, back away slowly. I think that pile of refuse is a creature that we should destroy, and someone should be in front of me while we do it.
Why don't you roll me a nature check?
Okay. Nature or Arcana? This is
Nature.
natural. Okay. I'm pretty smart. 16? Not that smart.
No, that's what you needed. You definitely recognize this as a shambling mound.
Ew.
And the chants continue. One must die. One must die. One must die.
Suggestion: might we put a shambling mound on the thing, and that will die?
You can try to move it if you want to.
I mean, none of us are going. Might as well be it.
All right. Well, everybody clear the dais. Let's see if we can't lure it. It's shambles, so presumably it'll walk towards us.
You
Meadowman
propose
steps
we-
down off the dais.
You're gonna poke it with a stick?
Reese, what do you do?
I'm gonna clop down off the dais.
As the two of you leave the dais, the apparitions seem to gather that they're not going to get the sacrifice that they want, and the chanting changes once more and is, Lorgoth the Decayer, we awaken thee! And the shambling mound in the corner shivers and shudders and begins to rouse And
What's back? For context.
and so I need you all to roll some initiative.
Can I get a firebolt at it since I was good ready for it?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. That's a 22.
19. I'm sorry.
What was your to hit?
22.
Hits.
9 points of fire damage.
Right. You see, like this, the shambling mound shudders again, and the fire doesn't seem to do as much as you were hoping due to its moist nature.
Gross.
Yes, super gross. And so that is your go. Initiatives then.
19 for Reese.
What was that for you, Redwin?
17.
20?
17. It's in the chat.
Did he say 17?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
cutting out
sorry.
a little bit here and there.
16 for Meadowman.
8.
That's the same as last time, isn't it? Oh wait, no, that was Reese.
No.
That was Reese. I think I
got
got 12 last time.
We got 14 last time, I believe.
What?
And I got an 8 as well.
Okay. Him and Dev.
Who would you like
The
to go
end.
first?
It's Dev because she has more dex, I think.
I mean, I let you go first because I went first last time.
No, you guys are so nice. Quit making me change the initiative. Minar.
I've forgotten already. 15, sorry.
Alright, you are all before the shambling mound. Lucky
Shamble,
ducks.
shamble.
Shamble, 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 shamble. Up first is Reese. As an elk.
Oh, look. Yeah, I'm gonna charge it.
Okay.
Ram. That's a okay roll. 17.
Hits.
Woo. 3d6 plus 3 damage because I get extra 2d6
For
from
charging.
thingy. Yeah. Oh, that one's out of the thingy. 5, 9, 13 bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, okay. 15.
It is not knocked prone, but it does take 13 bludgeoning damage as Reese just I imagine kind of just lowers his head and just charges off the dais at it and snaps off one of his brow tines in its weird, gross body.
Just for a reference, what size is your elk? Is it medium? Large?
Large.
It's a large because people can ride it.
That's right. Okay. Redwin,
Large boost.
your turn?
My turn. Right. Yeah, keep backing up and firebolt.
Okay.
Ooh, that's bad. 15?
Just hits.
Oh, that's good. 2 points of fire damage.
Again, you're having a hard time getting it to ignite. You barely singe one of the leaves on it. Meadowmane,
I need to take elemental adept.
is your turn.
Cool.
Might not be a bad idea in this setting.
Does it cost me an action to change from my mace to my quarterstaff?
No, that's a free action.
Cool.
Or
I'm gonna put my
interact with
mace.
object. Yeah, you can do that.
I could put my mason shield away and draw my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith, so I don't lose that +2 AC. And then, because I can. Oh no, I can't cast 2 spells, can I?
You can cast a cantrip.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. It's got -1 to its dex, so that's a 13.
That makes it.
Damn.
Damn it. I really wanted to do a thing where my quarterstaff made the Sacred Flame cooler than the mace, but now I can't.
Next time.
Okay.
It looked cooler. It looked, however, as cool as you wanted it to.
It looked like Onward.
Oh, nice. Minar.
A crossbow.
Crossbow.
I mean, if he's going to get a theme tune for his secret frame, I'm giving one to the crossbow. 16 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, nice. That'll be 9 piercing damage then.
And the bolt kind of tears through into it, and it kind of as it does the damage it's supposed to. Bran, it is your turn.
And Bran attack from the dais? Amadeus? Or does it have to be closer?
Amadeus, up here.
I'm glad someone said it.
No, it's just out of your
Okay.
reach. It's like 20 feet away if you're up on the dais.
Okay, well, he'll get within 10 feet then. He just wanted to be in the coolest spot in the room.
You can get up on the stair and kind of whip at it into the alcove if you want to.
He will do that.
Okay.
What?
So you can do like that cool, like, one leg up on a higher stair. Captain Morgan
Absolutely.
pose.
That's what he's doing. He is gonna growl at the beast. The hunt is on, and do Hunter's Mark to the creature. Channeling my Lycian Tear to smite it good, but it means that I can't bonus action hit this turn. So just the one. That is 17.
Hits.
So that's 13 damage, including the Hunter's Mark damages.
Very nice.
As it does extra damage,
It feels
cutting
really
to its core.
good in comparison to like all of like these ghosts and ghastly things that you've been fighting, to actually feel like your whip biting into something solid again, and seeing bits of the mound get torn away, as your weapons seem to do just fine against this thing. Devin, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take my movement to the top of the dais.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to knock an arrow, pull it back.
Mm-hmm.
So bonus action, kind of like take a moment to cast Hunter's Mark, center myself.
Look at you guys doubling up the
Team initiative
Mark.
and
Yeah. It's like you've worked together before.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Max damage on that. A 15 damage total.
Nice.
Yep.
Right, and now it is the shambling mound's turn, and the chant starts again. The end comes! Death be praised! Only they don't, have that weird inflection, praised there. The shambling mound is going to attack the thing closest to it, which would be Reese as in the elk form. Does a 17 hit?
elk, yes, because it has elk armor.
Yeah. And that is 14 points.
Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah, 14 points of bludgeoning damage on the first attack.
He is an elk no longer.
Really?
It has 13
Oh.
hit points, my dude. We're second level.
I know, but that.
So he just gets punched back on his ass
Death.
into the water.
And then a 25 also hits, I'm assuming.
Oh,
Yes.
how's that cloak treating you?
Pretty well.
You get smashed into the murky
Yeah.
water.
Got a big hole in it now. Ow.
Thankfully, I did not so good on the damage that time, so it's going to be 8 bludgeoning on the
Oh.
second attack. And I'm going to be nice because it says
Ow.
if a medium or smaller creature is hit by both slam attacks, you are immediately grappled. But since you were large for the first hit, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I mean that. I don't think controversial opinion. I don't think you're being particularly nice there. I think you're just
Excuse
Don't.
me?
following the rules.
Stop
Excuse
it.
me?
Sorry.
Roll it back. Roll it back.
I think you
Thank
should
you,
grapple
Rogue.
them and tear them into Reese's pieces.
So, why don't you roll me a D100, Rob?
You're definitely
Oh.
my dad.
Guys, I fucked up.
You don't need to help her.
Oh, guys,
She
I
has
fucked
enough
up real
Oh.
bad.
committing.
Oh, yeah.
Higher is good, right?
What'd you get?
95.
Yeah, so you watch as like this shambling mound kind of like rears up, and like these two like meaty like pseudopods full of like rotting leaves and whatever grossness that shambling mounds are made of. One just whaps into the elk, kind of like roundhouse or right hooking the elk, and as like the elk loses its form and falls into Reese, the other one swoops and swipes at him and picks him up in its
No.
in its grasp.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I entirely deserve that.
Yes, you did.
No one debates that fact, Rob.
Just, I'd like it known that I also understand that. And I
Oh, let's see.
pray
That's
for
the
lenience
first
in the
step to
future.
admitting you have a problem.
Let's see. You are blinded and restrained and
Blinded?
yeah,
What?
and are
Grapple blinded.
unable to breathe as like this like meaty like viney like refuse of like the shambling mound completely like it doesn't so much as pick you up as it just engulfs you. And
Oh.
yeah.
Which
Super great for
I
the
imagine-
claustrophobia.
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing.
What was that?
If I'm
Nothing.
eaten, that's a pretty small space, isn't it?
I said
Um,
engulfed. I didn't say eaten.
Okay, well, if I'm engulfed by something, basically, I think it's setting off his claustrophobia as well. So Reese is having maybe the worst 6 seconds of his entire life right about now.
Sure. Let's see if. And now it is your turn.
Can I try and break the grapple?
Yeah. Give
Is
me.
it just strength I have to use, or can I use my dex instead?
Let's see.
Usually, if it's a grapple, you can try to break out.
Yeah,
of
I
that.
think so. I think to instigate the grapple, it has to be strength, but to break the grapple, you can use strength or dex.
I mean, you're not technically, unless it says otherwise, it's not technically a grapple.
Yeah,
it
I'm
says
blinded
that you
and
know you were grappled. Yeah, he is grappled and restrained. I think you can to get this over with. Use whatever you like.
12.
You are still engulfed.
Burn.
Remember how moist it is.
So moist.
Redwin.
Christ, this one's always in trouble.
And
Who's this Christ you keep
hold on.
talking
I'm
about?
going to.
I know, right?
As I'm thinking about it, I'm sorry, because it's engulfed Reese. It is going to move out of the little alcove, but it can only move 20 feet. And as it comes through here, sees that the next closest thing is Bran, and so it's going to try and shamble up the stairs after you. So it's in
Great.
Bran's space.
Please don't let it kill me. I spent a lot of money on Reese's art.
I mean, you killed yourself
Oh, fuck, yeah.
with
Redwin.
your mouth, boy.
Redwin, feeling the need to stop this person from dying, and realizing he's not going to do much damage with fire, he's going to get close enough, and probably regret it, to smash it with his shillelagh.
Okay. Oh, by the way, is protection from evil and good, is it concentration?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It also is not really helping in this situation, I don't think.
When it's on me, I might need it in a second.
Yeah,
Like,
he might need it at the end of his turn.
Well, it only protects against certain kinds of creatures. I don't think Jump has.
Oh, yeah, no, this is...
Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, and undead.
Not
Yeah.
plants.
Nope, it is a plant.
Great.
It was a good bet that it would be useful, but
No, and you would know that too, so if you... Just FYI. Because you identified it, you would know that that spell isn't going to be helping Bran in any way.
but I mean, I'll keep it up for as long as I can in case ghosties attack us or something.
Sure.
But that's going to be 14 to hit, which is a miss.
Yes, that is a miss, I'm afraid.
Curses.
Meadowbane.
I'm gonna see my friend, inverted commas, getting engulfed by the thing. Spin my quarterstaff very flagrantly, and shoot off a guiding bolt. Because now's the time to use actual spell.
Up the butt.
Shoots the laser. So, unfortunately, I have to roll for it, so I'm probably going to miss. Big ol' green light flashes from the end of my staff, and I roll an 8 plus 5.
God damn it, Liam.
It's going to be a miss, I'm afraid.
God damn it,
feeling.
Liam.
Send that dice to jail.
Liam.
All of
Send
them.
Liam.
Send Liam to
Hold
jail.
on.
Decided.
Redwin, what are you saying?
Oh, I was going to taunt Rob and ask how much he spent on his character art.
Oh, you weren't going to use portent or something.
It's too late for that. I can't.
No, you can do it.
No, you can do it after the roll, don't you?
I have to do it before the roll.
Oh, you have to do it
I think.
before the... No,
Okay.
you can
No,
you
I
can
don't
do it
think
after.
so. I think you can go, actually, no, that's a 20.
I'm gonna double check.
Or
You did it. You did
Also,
it.
did you roll new portents for
He did.
the new day?
I rolled
Okay.
portents. When I did it for Jade, I told her not to roll. And
No, I had already rolled.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like a no, you can do this instead.
you can replace any attack roll or ability check, blah blah blah. You must choose to do so before the roll.
Oh, dang.
If Jade had rolled, I definitely told her not to, but I didn't know what the roll was. So,
Okay. Okay.
but thank you for reminding me that I have that ability because I have.
It would have been really good to use that 20 that you got in your portent roll and the guiding bolt that was about to happen. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Then yes. So, the guiding bolt fizzles, I'm afraid.
Fucking
Oh.
Liam.
Minar.
Fuck off!
Crossbow again, because I've just remembered. I have repeating shot, which I haven't been using.
Fucking checks.
Sure. I don't know what that is.
It means I don't need to load, basically. So I ignore the loading property, and I get +1 to attack and damage.
Gotcha.
Which the attack is going to be a 16,
Hits.
and the damage is it's going to be a 5.
Okay. Anything else?
This thing's shambling away from where Minar is.
I'm going to assume so. It's going up to these stairs where the pointer is right now, so wherever you imagine yourself to be.
Well, Brand's in the way, so it doesn't really matter. No, I'm good.
Okay. Bran, it is now your turn.
So, I'm just going to give you the opportunity, Declan. I'm a paladin with Hunter's markup and is about to hit the creature.
I was in fact waiting for that. So yeah, attack roll. Have a critical.
Okay.
Thanks. How convenient.
Would you look at this?
So, what is that like, Dylan? Whenever...
Yeah, so I think of Redwin as, having been taught by Tim the Diviner that time flows like a river, and that the Diviner is the fish who can feel the water around him when no one else can. So he sort of feels himself submerged in that river once again. And for flavor, it's almost like, he sees a crossroads or a branch in the river, and he's able to just gently psychically nudge time itself in one direction, and transforms what might have been otherwise failure into success.
Yeah. In another alternate reality, Bran slips and
Stab the shit
I
out
didn't
of
even
Reese.
roll.
no,
Am I
that's
gonna
what
go
I was saying. No, hold on, I'm just saying. And in some alternate reality, a nat 1 could have happened. There's like 20
Absolutely.
possibilities, right?
It's weird. Every time we get into the river, there's always 20 possibilities.
Right, but
I don't know why there's 20, but there is.
But I get your point though. Like there's like
Mhm.
by choosing what timeline you're going to be in, some other timeline is suffering. But, fuck it.
Fuck those people. Okay.
This
Not
is the sexy
fiend
time.
or undead
No.
established. Sad times. I guess I'm going to smite.
All right.
I'll use my last spell slot.
So, that is, so you've got a D6 for your whip, a D6 for your Hunter's Mark. So that's 12 damage.
2d8.
And 2d8. So
Okay,
that
for the
is already
28 damage.
28 damage before you even roll.
That's
You're
what I like to fucking hear. You hear that, Liam?
I mean, it would have been 36 if he had crit on the guiding bolt before he even rolled, but.
Watch your mouth, Barkley.
Ooh. So that was 26 or something before?
28 before.
28 before. Okay. Plus another 20.
Very nice. So 48 all up with your modifier?
And one strike. Yes. Oh no, plus modifier is another 4 on top of that, so 52.
Very nice. Yeah.
The whip arcs back, slow
just
motion
did
in the air, and you see
52
your
damage with one hit at
One
level 2.
at level 2.
Mental.
Well, that's just
Um,
because of how
a
I
whip.
do. That's just because of how I do the crits, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna say because like you basically did like 2/3 of its health almost in one go. Reese, why don't you go ahead and give me another athletics check?
Or acrobatics.
Mm,
Because it's a grapple. It's a 13 or a 15.
let me see.
So a grapple, you can use acrobat. If you're the grapplee, you can use acrobatics or athletics. To break free. Which is what I want to do. In other words, I want to break free.
I was out of the room, but I was gonna give him the other die I rolled, a 16, so he doesn't have to roll. But if I missed it, that's okay.
No,
You might
you're
only
right.
be able
Yeah.
to portent once in a turn, but
Yeah.
But do a different
Dexterity
turn.
or strength. So yes, because of the crit there, Reese, as like the radiant light from Tyr and Maliki, like the whip cracks into the shambling mound, and like the radiant burst smite kind of like scatters some of like the vines and leaves and weakens its hold on you, and you like slump to the ground in front of it.
Yeah, like like completely out of it, like shaking, gasping, probably throwing up.
Hey, Bran, don't you have another attack on your bonus
Yeah.
action?
I do.
He does.
I haven't forgotten it. So he's going to see his friend. I was almost going to say that I used the bonus action to pull him out, but you let him tumble out. So I will step basically step over him to try and guard. Like,
Mhm.
I know this thing is much bigger than me, even though I'm like higher up on the stairs. But he steps over Reese to
Yeah.
protect him in any way he can.
Yeah, I'll say.
And as he steps,
Yeah, you'll have to get down in there. Yeah.
he will whip again. Oh, I rolled a 19. I was crit
Oh.
again. Plus some and Hunter's Mark and hits. 2 4s plus 4 for 12.
12 damage. Excellent. Devin, it is your go.
I'm gonna shoot him for a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Nice.
15
15 points of damage.
of damage, yes.
Very nice. It is shaking and weak, and like the cultists are still screaming, "The end comes! Death be praised!" as it's going to try and slam into Bran this time because you're guarding Reese. Ooh, I dropped the dice. Ow.
That means it misses its attack.
No. Does a 16 hit?
Oh, that's what you needed.
No, I'm sorry.
I tried that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I could have used Shield of Faith myself, but I thought I'll go all out damage.
Well,
It did well.
thankfully.
You fucking
Oh
did.
wait, no, it's D8s, not D6s.
That's not good.
13 points of damage, bludgeoning.
Ow, back down to where I was previously on 8 health.
Oh.
As it just, I
Buddy.
imagine, smashes him against a wall or something. Blood coughs up.
The other one is the same to hit for a 17 again. But thankfully only 7 damage.
Well, I'm back to 1 health. Again.
A 2 and a 3 plus 4.
2 combats in a row.
No, wait, no.
Go.
A 1 and a 2 plus whatever. It is 7 points. And
Okay.
Unfortunately, you are also engulfed as like both of like the hands kind of come down and like the vines like wrap you up.
So Reese, from his on the ground perspective, sees me step over him and then get ragdolled the fuck
Yeah.
out and then consumed.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't help but picture that fucking Men in Black 2 scene.
Reese, you
Reese,
see this happen.
Yes. He'll let out this cough and then it sort of turns into like a furious roar. There's like this crash of waves and his hands like extend into magic claws again and he fucking crits.
Why don't you describe
Sick. Oh,
killing the shambling mound as
So
it
he
had
just
2
left
hit
that.
points left.
the scream.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, that was minimum I could roll, so tears like pouring down his face, screams, just like tears into it. Like just claws kind of ripping plant matter and throwing it aside. Imagine it sort of drops Bran and Bran kind of like coughs and Reese just keeps like ripping into it, like completely losing it until the thing is well and truly in pieces. He's just like gasping, his throat like closing up, and he's trying to catch his breath.
Very nice. The shambling mound is dead, and the apparitions all vanish. Their Lorgoth the Decayer dead, and the house falls silent.
Well, I think we can leave now.
That's not the same name as the baby, was it? Or did we even get the name of the baby?
No, it was not.
Oh, what a cute little baby. What are you going to name it? Logos the Decayer.
I assume the Decayer came later.
No, it
Shite
came on the day.
Morgoth the Decayer Smith. Yeah,
Well,
Reese is
well,
going to
it'd be
probably
dirt,
throw up
actually.
again.
Devin over
Meadowman
Devin.
runs over and casts. Oh, I can only do one. I do it on
Okay.
Bran. Cure wounds.
I'm going to claw my way out of the 2 foot of fetid water back onto the stairs.
I'll help him out by casting Cure wounds.
Okay.
If that makes some amount of sense.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
9 health healed, brother.
If this was a TV show, as like the shambling mound dies or whatever, the camera would cut to outside the death house, and the gray mists that were encompassing the house finally recede, and the quiet village of Barovia is now visible from the outside. Not that you know that yet.
This
Nice.
house is clean.
Devin will help Reese to
Oh,
his
sick.
feet.
He gives you a nod of thanks, wiping his mouth, not saying anything.
Let's get out of here,
A
Derek.
water skin.
Yeah, he'll take it gratefully.
Redbone will light a cigarette, and without saying anything, he'll just like swipe his fingers at Reese and swipe his fingers at Bran, clean them off.
Right. So do you guys?
Did he just swipe right?
What was that?
Did he just swipe right?
He always swipes right on Bran.
Deal.
I was going to ask, I'm sure you'll bring it up, but like, can other people feel that you have changed the fates? Like, that can be appreciative of such? Or is it only you smarmily telling them afterwards that you saw it?
I don't know. I'd say that would be up to see, maybe.
I think in this case, like, it's kind of one of those things where it's definitely kind of like there's like a bit of a wobble that, and then suddenly, like, things right itself. It's like that. It's
like you might sense that you're on the precipice of failure, but like kind of feel Redbone in the back of your head.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
like one of those things. It's like not even necessarily knowing like it's Redwin, but it's definitely like something happens in that moment that clarifies the moment for you. Like maybe like there is like a slippery spot on like the step that like you felt just before you were about to swing your whip and like corrected yourself, and that is what like like if you hadn't corrected yourself, you would have lost your balance or something. And so it's kind of like you could feel that like oh, that was lucky.
Okay. I was thinking because it was like the crit and it was such a fantastical thing, there might have been just like a slight opening in the shadow of the realm, and he like connects with his god for a second, and then gods and like super whip
Yeah.
explosion
Yeah, it's like something kind of like that where it's like
clicks into place.
like you kind of stumble a bit, and whenever you like right yourself, like you just kind of see like the pieces falling into place. There's like a weak spot on like the shambling mounds, like little like tentacle thing that was holding Reese that you saw, and you exploited that, and you're all like, I'm gonna smite this bitch, and then you smoke him.
In a monologue there. Mission achieved.
There is nothing of note in the shambling mound if you were tempted to shift through it.
I mean, we've been in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Two of us.
There's definitely nothing there. And so do you guys make your way to exit the death house?
Meadowman does.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Just saying, as he's like lying on the stairs, drenched or whatever, and you like come over and heal him before he gets cleaned, he's just gonna say to Meadowman, just like, another fucking monster dead. And there's like this broken, lopsided smile, maybe, as he's been smashed into a wall and looking pretty rough as he was on 1 health.
Just another day for the office for you lot, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. and you see oddly happy in that moment, despite being broken.
Nice. So, as you guys make your way up the stairs, do you take the secret passage up to the Den of Wolves, or do you take the long, narrow staircase up to the attic?
Secret passage, I think.
Agreed.
Maurice.
And can I get a marching order? Pretty please.
Uh-oh.
Meadowman will lead.
Meadow.
I'll be right behind him. I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Okay.
I'm right
What's
behind
Reese's
Reese.
health?
8.
Okay.
I was gonna say I might walk in front of Reese.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
The only reason I'm leading is because I didn't get hit or even attacked once. I'm all good.
All right, Devin, Reese.
I'll go in the middle, I guess. Maybe, or if people are eager to get out.
Mine are Redwin. Who's in the rear?
I would like to not be in the rear.
Okay.
I'll go in the
I've got
rear.
it, man.
It's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
He, while everyone's like walking out or something, is just going to look back over the fetid creature and the dank, awful altar and the rest of it, and he's just going to go, "Good fucking riddance," and then he's going to like put his hand to his chest, and I'm going to lay on hands and give myself some health.
Okay. So yes, Meadowmane, as you guys climb up, like make your way through like the second floor or the first floor of the dungeon, and then up to the Den of Wolves. As you open up the trap door, you start coughing as for some reason the room is filled with smoke, and you look around and like the wolves have kind of withered, as though it's like like one of those weird like time lapse videos of like like the fox corpse rotting, and like they're all like shrunken in on themselves, even though like they were taxidermied or whatever. Like the stuffing on the chair is like rotted away, and there's like nothing but like the wood frame, and there's like this dark smoke that's billowing out through the fireplace in the den. And you like look up, and like the door is gone, but there is a slashing scythe blade that is like shunking across the door. And yeah, that's what you see.
The scythe is currently shrinking across the door.
Uh-huh.
Which door? The door out of the house, or the door?
The
of
door
trap
out of the door out of the den.
Is there anything that I can see that might be a way to deactivate it?
No, like the wallpaper on like the house just looks like it's changed somehow. Like it is falling apart and angry, and it's trying to do its best to make sure that you guys can't leave.
The house is trying to kill us, not there's a trap there now.
Yes.
Okay.
You might say it's
I need you to make me. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
oh.
That's not my strong.
Now I roll.
Oh boy, Reese did real well on that. 22.
15.
Oh, 21.
5.
Oh no.
I'm having flashbacks.
Oh, I'm going to use my other portent to make that a 16 instead.
Oh nice.
Okay, I'll be nice. Since it's supposed to happen before she rolls. I'll be nice. It's okay.
Thank you.
I got 15 too.
Okay, so you guys are fine, but like the smoke is choking, and the room is filled with it, and it's hard to see. Everything is kind of like heavily obscured, and every time you start your turn in this smoke, you'll have to make that roll again. So you need to get out, but there's a scythe blade shrinking across the door.
What do the walls look like?
The walls look, like I said, like like they're kind of like wallpaper has shriveled a bit, and like the kind of exposed board beneath it. So they look rotted.
Great. I'm glad
Sorry.
you said rotted, because I'm going to use my quarterstaff and try and smash through the wall.
Sure.
Like, toward the exit door, like to the left of where your little mouse is.
Okay.
Like basically, like because that's where the exit is, right? That's where we came in. That hallway.
Let me make sure that that is not an exterior wall, because if it's an exterior wall, you won't be able to do that. Where's the map? Stupid piece of shit.
So everything kind of like froze
Sorry.
up for me for a minute. So what was the result of the 5 that I rolled?
He got changed to a 16 by portent from red, so you passed.
Okay, so it would have
and
been
nothing
yeah.
happened.
So
Okay.
So we have to make that every turn.
Okay.
Everybody's fine. Let's see. That spot is stupid map. 1B.
Redwind's gonna go to the nearest window and smash it and jump out.
Hold on. There's a thing for the windows.
Oh god!
The windows have been brooked up.
Oh, all right. Well, then I.
I feel like they do. Redwin goes over to where a window was and swings with his elbow. He's like, "Ow, fuck!"
So you're trying to smash through walls.
I'm trying to smash the rotted wall.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
that one, that door or that wall does not look rotted, because
Ow.
it is it is the interior walls look rotted. I should have been more
So
specific.
the brick is still brick.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's a load bearing wall. Be careful.
Mm.
In which case, Meadowman swings his quarterstaff at the wall and it does fuck all.
Would you not have gone for a rotted wall?
Can we just try to dodge through?
I was looking for a
Yeah.
rotted wall.
And
There was one.
then yeah, you could do one like right here.
Okay, it's not as quick as I was looking for, but it'll do because it's rotted and I'm gonna smash it.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a roll.
Can I give him advantage on that if I pull out the crowbar?
He's
Wait,
got his
he
quarterstaff, and it's I think it's shillelagh.
Mine isn't chili. Mine's just a stick.
Oh, okay.
Because my logic is, 'cause I'm holding it two-handed. It's more damage. Technically.
Actually. Yep. Go ahead. Go.
Is it just strength or is it athletics?
Athletics.
Doesn't matter. It's the same number anyway. Ha ha ha. I don't break the wall.
Okay. Are you sure?
I rolled a
breaks
3
quarter
plus
staff.
2. You fucking tell me.
Well, you don't destroy the wall, but you crack into it, and a swarm of rats flush out of the wall. Which I didn't prep because I didn't think anybody would try to go through the wall.
Redwind's gonna guide himself and try to time the blades and just go through the door.
Okay. Make me a dexterity check.
Guidance. That's an 18 on the die plus acrobatics. You said?
Yes.
Just straight.
Acrobatics.
Oh, okay. Either way, 20 dirty.
Yeah, you like see Meadowmane tries to bust through the wall, and a swarm of rats like erupts out of the wall as Redwind just like ducks past him out into the hallway beyond. There is a fireplace in there as well, I'm afraid. So there's still like that thick smoke, and another set of the scythe blades here. But yes, the swarm of rats are going to attack you, Redwind or Meadowmane.
Bring it on.
Man, you're just supposed to run.
Yeah, don't
because-
give it a
Oh,
bad
man.
choice. If you're given a
Yeah,
slice
no.
roll.
I'm kidding. I'm sure an 18 on the dice hits.
That's my AC.
Okay, swarm of rats. What do? I didn't have them out at all. 2 2d6.
Oh, but I rolled a 19 on my
What the
con save, so
fuck?
I've still got Shield of Faith at least.
Man, they hit really hard. 6 points of piercing damage as
Sure.
they bite at you.
Oh, that's not. Yes, that's right.
And the wall is like, as they like erupt out of the walls, that there is an open way through there, so you can run past the swarm. The rest of you can run past the swarm into the other hallway.
And that's presumably like going to be our fastest way out.
Yeah.
It means you will have to do a deck save to try and get through the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
If you don't disengage, though, you will get bitten by rats, right?
Only me, because I think I'm the only one engaged with the rat.
Well, no, they'll run past the rats to get through the.
But I mean, I
Yeah.
can take 30 feet of movement, and if
Or-
I dash, will I get out the house or?
Yeah.
No, there's 5 doors on the
another
other set of
yeah.
doors.
You can get up there to try and bust a hole through the other side of the doors, or you can do a thing through the other, a dex check or acrobatics check through the other door, other sides.
Yeah, I'll go for that instead. Actually, I think.
Okay. Rats are gonna try and hit you, and got a 2 on the dice, so they're gonna miss.
Nice.
So, no reactions for them for the rest. Everybody else. So Reese, you run through the next. Actually, I probably should have had you guys roll initiative, but oh well. So you can get here. Are you going to try and do a dex check through?
Yeah, I think so. 17.
Success. You kind of like barrel roll your way past Redwin and get on the
Right.
other side. I assume the rest of you will go through the hole that Meadowmane made past
Can
the
we use
rats.
our actions to disengage so we don't get attacked of opportunity?
Hit
Reese
no
burned it.
opportunity attacks now.
Reese burned the opportunity attack, so you guys can just go.
Okay,
Uh,
I do that then.
Cool. Dex check, acrobatics check to get through the other doorway, or are you going to try to bust a hole on the other side of them?
I'll just dex
Dex.
for a 22.
Okay. Reese and Devin have made their way out.
I was hoping to follow suit.
You've had your go for now.
Oh, already.
Minar.
Might not will follow.
Okay, going through the hole. I going to do. You can do either acrobatics or an intelligence check to time the blades.
I'll probably go Dex, to be honest.
Okay.
In fact, I think they're both the same, but we'll say Dex.
Okay.
Can I guide him?
No, you've had your go.
Okay.
Non-natural 20 anyway.
You slide your way through, following Reese and Devin. Bran.
Does it take like an action to dive through this, or
No, you can.
sort?
You can walk through the hole that Meadowmane made.
Yep.
And then make an action to check through the next one.
Okay. Well, I don't want to leave Meadowmane with the rat swarm, and then because he just took like 6 damage and may die or something. So I don't want to go through the next set of blades if it's going to cost me the action. So I'm going to move through past the rats, get to my 10 feet, and then start whipping the rats to give like Meadowmane a chance to get through. Because
Okay.
I don't know how dexterous he is. He might not make it through without smashing more walls.
I mean, let's be honest, yeah.
So the lowest one is a 15.
Hits.
So both of them do. It's been less than an hour. Could I have changed the hunter's mark to one of us and then back onto one of them? Or is it only when something dies?
When something... no, because warlocks can keep it on all day. So as long as you've maintained concentration on it.
I have. It's been less than an hour.
Then
so
yeah, you can...
when they came out, could I have put them on?
Yes.
Put it on them and get my 2 attacks?
Mhm.
Cheers. Okay. Not bad. The first one is 14 damage, and then the offhand is 10 damage.
Oh, you kill them, just and they scurry off into the wall. So
I duck through and whip them all away as they're like crawling all over him and whip them off him and go, thanks, Med. Next door.
Meadowmane nods and goes.
okay, going to go lead with Meadowmane again. So
Sure, I'm going to cast guidance on myself as I try and dive through the fucking things.
you can do either Dex, acrobatics, or an intelligence check to time the
Can I
blades.
do animal handling?
No.
Ha ha ha! Ho! Does that give me advantage? Or does it just increase me? No, I can add a D. It's not gonna matter. I rolled a fucking 2. +1 for 3.
Liam.
Oh.
Plus another 3.
Meadowmane tries
Look at
to jump through the scythe, but unfortunately he calculates, or like he is big, beefy, big, tall furball gets caught on the door, and that is 13 points of slashing damage.
Down we go.
Say what?
Oh, down he
I
goes.
said down we go.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's okay then that I forgot to have you do your Constitution save.
Does he get through the door in failure, or is he like under it while the blades are swinging above it or something? Like, or is he on
He
this side?
passes through, but
Okay,
gets
good.
hit.
I'm also passing on.
Yes. So
Not
basically,
gonna
like the blade like kind of comes down and catches him in the shoulder, but he manages to pass through the doorway, and he is on
I also knock
the.
myself unconscious when I land.
Yes.
Or I land too head heavy or something like that.
Thankfully, there is no smoke in this corridor, so there's that.
Whoa, you went super robot.
There's no smoke in this corridor.
You went
so-
super robot. I've got no idea what you said.
Yeah, I was just
Oh, there's
saying.
no
I was
smoke.
repeating myself. There's no smoke in this corridor. Devin. There's another these sites right here.
Shit.
Or you could try to
can't
bust
do
through, or you could try to bust through the wall and.
No, there's rats in these walls. And we have a friend who's unconscious. So I'm going to cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
and give him 8 points of health back. And then just look at the doors, kind of like sizing it up for my turn to like jump through.
Okay.
Have you not already come through?
Nope.
Oh.
There's another. There's another
Another
set.
Okay.
Yeah, I saved you, and then I'm waiting for my turn to jump through the doors.
And yeah, I know. I was letting him know.
Well, I'm letting him know too. I told him to put that dice in
I
jail.
saved you.
I used a different fucking dice.
Okay.
It's Liam. Liam goes in
Reese,
jail.
Reese. You can bust through the door. You're
Reese is
gonna try
the-
and make a path for everybody.
Reese,
Hello?
right? You said Reese?
Yes,
Hello?
I said
Hey.
Reese. Yes.
Yeah, Rob just wasn't
Everyone, I'll go through. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello?
Like my mic wasn't muted or anything.
Well, didn't hear what you
Right,
said.
but did you
Are
hear Steve? Do you know
yeah,
what's
yeah,
going on?
I could hear everything. Yeah, I rolled a 17 to get through the door.
Okay.
Right.
I asked a
Alright.
question of if you were going to duck through the door or if you were going to
Yeah,
make
and
a path
I
for
said,
everybody.
fuck everyone else. I'm going through the door.
Ah, okay.
And we
I'm
didn't get
glad.
that.
I'm
Hear
glad. I'm
that.
glad we
Yeah.
all heard it
Selfish
now.
bastard.
They all heard it now. Yeah, you make it through. Reese is free. And on the other side, Redwin.
Where am I?
You made it through the second set, right? No.
Yeah.
I don't think he made
No,
an
okay.
attempt at that. He
He
jumped
made
through the
the-
first one.
Okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
How did everybody get ahead of me? Oh, because there was a hole in the wall.
That's the benefit of busting through, even though there's rats.
How do you like a 7?
7 is going to get you 1 point of poison damage as like the cough, the smoke burns your lungs.
Hooray!
But yes, acrobatics or intelligence.
I didn't know I could do intelligence.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it before.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Guidance. Oh my. Say goodbye to Redman. That is a 9.
9.
9.
Oof. That is going to be only 9 points of slashing damage as the scythe comes down on on you as well.
Redwin is at 0 hit points.
So you go
God.
unconscious as well. Okay.
Wow.
I only have 10.
Oh.
You only have 10 hit points.
It was literally
Sweet
exactly what
Jesus.
you needed.
Okay.
You know we're level 2, right?
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm talking about Dylan over here with his
Oh, I
10
know.
hit points.
I only
Um,
have 6 and my constitution is +0.
Oh,
Okay.
don't drop your constitution, man.
Deliberate choice. I wanted to make a real squishy motherfucker.
You have Minar.
Minar's next.
Who is... Cool. He's got 1 gate to get through.
One
I
gate to
believe.
get through and a dead friend. But thankfully no smoke.
Am I the last one? Like,
Nope, I have 2 gates
no.
to get through.
so okay, right. Because someone's going to have to obviously pull out the. Okay. Dex or intelligence, yeah. 21.
That gets you through. Free.
Okay.
Bran.
Yep, leaves me to see if I can kill myself on this gate and not heal
Constitution saving
Redwin,
throw
and then we
first.
die. Oh, cool. Con save is 14.
You're fine.
Good. Acrobatics. Sweet. Natural 20.
Very nice.
He's like, I'm done with this house, and he just slips through it. Because I nat 20, can I have my action to also cast the 1 hit point boop for Redwin?
Yeah, I'll be nice.
Thanks. So basically, I slide through all
Indiana
cool
Jones roll.
Yep, absolutely, Indiana Jones roll, and like pulls Redwin free of the scythe blades, and props him up against the wall and goes, I'm not leaving you behind. And you feel like a thump as like you get a hit point.
That was bloody terrible.
Yeah,
Right.
this place is awful.
Medomain, you have 1 more gate to get through. You can either bust through a wall, or you can and free up a opening for everybody, or you can try the blades again.
Are the sides entirely metal and bladed, or is there like a wooden section of the blade, or is it just an entire metal blade?
All entire metal blade.
Oh, damn it.
This is not a natural thing. This is like a guest
Okay,
house
yeah.
that is trying its best to kill you.
I was gonna do a
You
Cool
can't,
stuff.
you can't disarm it,
I was
unfortunately.
gonna do I was gonna do a thing where I was gonna hold it open
Mm-hmm.
for the other, but I guess I'll just fail at breaking the door down, a wall through. That's an 8 to smash the wall.
Is that athletics or to hit?
It would be athletics. To hit, it would be 10.
Let's see. Yeah, no, that still does it. And it's only got like 5 AC.
Cool.
So yeah, another swarm of rats. But nat 1, so you bust through the wall, and somehow this time you were ready for the rats, and you step back. You can use your movement to get past them if you like.
Would that then use the attack of opportunity that would hinder the other two?
Yes.
Then I'm going to do that.
If you can tank it.
Yeah.
Of course I can tank it.
Sure.
That is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, like the rats kind of screech at Meadowmane, and he like yoink through the hole, joining Minar and Reese. So it is now easily enough done for the rest of you, where you can just run through the hole that Meadowmane made. The rats are not interested in following you outside of the house, and you
I'm gonna
all...
fucking whip him as I go. By the way,
Okay, go for it.
Hello, guys. I'm protecting Redwin as he makes his way through. Oh, 19 and 18 on the dice.
Yeah, hit.
Hunter's mark. That's double sixes on that one.
Yeah, they're dead. They only have 12 hit
Sure.
points.
Okay. I whip the way clear then for Redwin on 1 health. And Dev, if she's not gone through.
Very nice. So yes, you guys rush through onto the through the entrance and through like the wrought iron gate, like panting and bloody and coughing in some for some, and you look up and you can see the rest of the village. And while there's not like a bright sunlight as you might have been hoping, but like the dreary cloudy day still has like this slightly less, it seems somehow hopeful in comparison to what you've just been through, as you guys have officially escaped the death house and are now level 3.
Yay, I did it. Me. Alone.
Me selfishly ran away while the asshole paladin carried all of his
I would like it
one
noted
health
that Reese is
out.
probably dry retching. On the
Yeah,
side of the
sympathy
knees outside.
wretches. Fucking useless.
Ow.
I'm gonna stop recording now, so